Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic pick a card reading. I'm so grateful that you're here, and I love you with my whole heart. Today's reading is so special because it is in collaboration with the beautiful Cherish over at Venusian Soul Tarot, an individual who I love so very much, and her channel is just my favorite. So if you haven't already, please go check her out. This reading is amazingly beautiful today because I'm taking a look at why your spirit guides are proud of you. And Cherish is going to be reading for you blessings that your spirit guides have on their way for you. And it's just going to be so beautiful. I'm so excited to tap in with these energies, and I'm excited to be collaborating with Cherish again. And I'm so grateful that you guys are all here. So please take a deep breath, drawing the energy up your spine, creating a clear and open channel. And as you exhale, allow yourself to come into knowing which group or groups has your message in it for you today. We do have group number 1 with Escaping the Matrix, group number 2 with Fully Integrated, group number 3 with Not an Accident, Synchronicity, and group number 4 with Rooted in Gratitude. I love you guys so very much. So much. I hope you know that. And as always, the timestamps are listed below in the description box, as well as all the rest of my information. If you guys like my Follow Your Heart Oracle deck, you want to check out some of the jewelry that I make, or you're interested in a Reiki session or a reading, that will all be listed below, as well as the link to the other part of your reading at Venusian Soul Tarot. Again, thank you so very much for being here. I'm sending you all of the love in the entire universe and all the universes beyond. And I will see you at your reading. Namaste. Hi there, group 1. Namaste and welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at why your spirit guides are proud of you, and you selected the Escaping the Matrix card. Your spirit guides want to show you how far you've come on your spiritual journey. They would like, first and foremost, to congratulate you on seeing the truth behind different people, places, things, situations in your life, and always finding truth, always coming back to center, always putting your spirituality and your integrity as the first most important thing in your life. Your spirit guides are really, really proud of you because you will always say the truth. This is the pile of somebody who would never, ever lie. And this is also the pile of somebody who would never, ever make something up. And also, who would never, ever run away from a challenge or even somebody that's hurt them before. You are the kind of person that has, for lack of better terms, escaped the Matrix so very much that the people in your life who even mistreat you, you see as a part of the universe, who are worthy of love, worthy of respect, worthy of gratitude, worthy of being treated with integrity, even though they're not treating you that way. But you also know, you have learned that it's important to treat yourself that way as well. Your spirit guides are proud of you because you speak your truth, and you know that with your truth you are worthy of being loved. Same goes for everyone in your life. Every member of your spirit team, every individual there, they're all like waving to you saying, "Hi, group 1." And your spirit teams are also proud of you because you understand the way that things work. You understand that animals get riled up before a storm, and some of them know why they're riled up, others of them just are on edge. And sometimes people behave the same way without even realizing. You understand that things happen in cycles. There's a fall, a winter, a spring, and a summer. Your spirit guides are proud of you because you understand unity consciousness and you live in it every day. You're connected with the One, and you are very much aware of the intentions and the depth of those around you, even that which they are not aware of themselves. And because of this, you are able to give yourself space to honor yourself. I'm hearing finally. You're able to honor others in the way that you would wish to be treated, but still are able to keep yourself away from those who are spinning in tornadoes that they knew not to get too close to, but couldn't help it anyway. There's this energy here of you always taking the higher road, and your spirit guides are so proud of you. They see you for something. There's something that you either don't feel seen about, you don't hear enough about, or this can kind of be the person who, they're showing me somebody like sitting alone at a lunch table and like weaving a ton of people together, and you're the one that gets left out at the end of the day. They're showing me situations where maybe you help people, you change their lives, and they follow the greed instead of turning around to say thank you. Your spirit guides are proud of you for not taking these things personally, and for speaking your truth, moving through love, and I'm hearing two things. I'm hearing lions don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep, and I'm also hearing, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Your spirit guides are proud of you because you take a nurturing role to those around you. You're the kind of person who might get used and abused and then come back to the next time somebody needs a little re-up of your energy, of your healing. And that's not to say that you let people treat you poorly, Group 1, because I'm seeing that you have learned how to establish strong boundaries, and your spirit guides are proud of you for learning this too. But they also see that alongside those boundaries comes a very deep, strong, integral, unconditional love. So that even somebody who hurts you, you'll still turn the other cheek. Not because you don't have strong boundaries, not because even you didn't see them slapping you the first time coming, because most likely you did. Your spirit guides are proud of you, Group number 1, because you continue to take action, and you've done so much for yourself and others. You have changed your own life time and time and time again, and I'm hearing for you, Group 1, changing someone else's life is nothing. It is so easy. It takes little to no effort for you to change someone else's life. And they're proud of you for not letting this ever get to your head, for knowing that you deserve love and that all others do as well. And they're proud of you for not falling into the illusion of those around you. Just because something is easy, just because a vibration is easy to settle in, or because it's easy to go with the flow or to follow the person on social media with the most followers, or to sell out almost. And these things are not mutually exclusive at all whatsoever, but there's this energy here of you having had a plethora of opportunities to exchange your knowledge and or your integrity for greed. And you choose every single time to do what is right, to do what your intuition calls you to do, to move through love, to be the odd one out, because at least you know that there's somebody out there who's doing the work that's needed. And this energy is so, so important to your growth, to the collective, and to your soul's journey as well. And your spirit guides are so, so proud of you for weathering many, many storms all by yourself. I'm getting Group number 1 that the people in your life that treat you the best still don't necessarily always treat you the best, although they might try, or they might not even be aware of that. And as much as you deserve better, Group number 1, your spirit guides are proud of you for always being there, but not in a way where you sugarcoat anything, not in a way where you lie about anything, not in a way where you are encouraging, I'm hearing gluttonous behavior. You have seen a lot, Group number 1, I can tell this a lot by your energy. And instead of wallowing in it, you rise above every time. And that's a superpower that everybody doesn't have. And that in and of itself is your ability to change your own life and the lives of others as well. But sometimes people don't want to hear that they can do it. But you didn't have a choice, Group 1. Sometimes people don't want to hear that everything has a reason, because some terrible things can happen in life, but some beautiful things can happen as well. You don't shy away from these truths, even if it makes you the odd one out, even if it makes you feel misunderstood, because that is how you seed love into the realm. By not shying away from a challenge, but also never, ever, ever indulging in a fight. Your spirit guides are so proud of you, Group 1, for your integrity, for your character, and for not selling out in some way or another. Perhaps you have a friend who's been working at your job. They're showing me 2 people working in an office job, and you do so much work. You do enough work for 4 people, so they keep you in that same position. And you have a friend of yours who is the one who taught you it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And that friend is your coworker, and they work beside you, alongside you, and together you do the work of an entire team. And they've been doing what you do. They've been doing what they do for 10 years, and they just got you this job 6 months ago. And this new person comes up, and immediately they get the promotion because they have the cheekiest smile, they're dishing out compliments, they're flirting with everybody, and because they're complimenting someone with a Rolex, they're complimenting someone with a Gucci belt, they're walking around in high heels or fancy things, and materialism and spirituality go together. They're woven together. This is just me portraying the visions that they're showing me, okay? And this person who hasn't even finished their training yet gets promoted because they're not the ones that are doing the work. They're not the glue that's keeping the community, the collective, the business together. And you could pull back, you could stop doing all the work, but you know that your job is important. You could throw a fit, but you know that that's not going to change or help anything. It's just going to maybe blow off some steam on your end, and that's not a healthy way to blow off steam either. And you just learned over time that to go with the flow, to walk through integrity, maybe silently start looking for somewhere where you do fit alongside whatever you are doing while you still show up and do your best. That is worth more than any position, than any job title, than any number in your bank account or on social media, than the status of you or any of your friends. It is that love and that knowing that you are worthy of the best the universe has to offer. And sure, you've probably also seen the worst it has to offer too. And so your spirit guides are so proud of you, Group Number 1, because when someone trips and they scrape their knee, you are the first one on the scene. And because of it, you don't just give them a hand up. You have already prepared wipes and ointments and bandages and icy hot and an ice pack, and you are ready to go because this isn't anything you haven't experienced before. In fact, someone falling and scraping their knee, you know how bad it hurts because you've experienced much worse than that. And this in no way is... Your spirit guides are proud of you because you don't compare your journey to anyone else's. And you're also aware of the fact that you have so much to offer. Your spirit guides are proud of you for following truth, unconditional love, and integrity, as opposed to following dollar signs or popularity. Again, they just keep indicating that there's a time or a few times in your life where you could have had it all in some way, shape, or form, but you turned it down because to you, it's not important to be seen in a certain light. It's important for you to be that thing. And you can be love and be seen as otherwise, but you can be seen as love and not actually be it. And that you chose the former, not the latter. And that's why your spirit guides are proud of you. They see all the action that you take. They see all that you do for others. They see how many times you have learned and aced different lessons that you help other people through. We have the Queen of Swords coming out, Madre of Air, with the Motherwort card, which is beautiful. You're able to cut back any illusion and see right through it because you don't let your personal influences, your egos get in the way. You always speak truth. Always, always, always. But you always deliver it with love too. You don't hold back the harsh truths, but you're also aware that it's best sometimes to stay silent. You know what's appropriate to say and when it's appropriate to say it. And sometimes people try to get a rise out of you consciously or subconsciously, and you don't give in to that. So your spirit guides are really proud of you. This is the Herb Crafter's Tarot, by the way. This is the Follow Your Heart Oracle. I'll be using these two along with the Little Prince Tarot in your reading today, Group 1. We have a lot of indication here that you are a nurturer, you are a lover, you are someone who takes care of everyone else. And of course the Cancer card, the Chariot, is flying out here with the Curandera of Earth with Sweetgrass at the back of the deck. You have been waiting for a long time for something to even out, for something to balance, for you to get seen as the person that you are, for something good and true and not phony baloney to be showing up in your life. And your spirit guides are proud of you because you continue moving forward, because you know that when your intuition tells you, hey, it's gonna be okay, you're gonna make it, you're going to continue to move forward, and you're going to be passionate, you're going to gain more spiritual clarity. There's this energy. They're showing me someone like skipping along a path, and there's like a group of people that are like significantly behind them, like trudging along, and you just like looking back with a smile on your face, like, come on guys, let's go. And you're just like skipping down the path, having a good old jolly day. And there's this energy of knowing that you're going to get where you're meant to go if you continue along your path. And by turning around and trying to wait for others or encourage them to meet you where you are, you follow your intuition when it says you will enjoy a green pasture and a beautiful rest at the end of the road. Everyone is not meant to make it there, but those that are, you will see when they make it there. And your spirit guides are so proud of you for the nature that the way that you connect with nature, as well as your approach to connections and relationships in your life. You don't see anybody as above or below you, but you are very much aware of other people's perceptions of that. And instead of saying that anything is unfair or unequal or speaking up or harshly in a situation like this, they're really proud of you because you know that everyone is on their own path. Everyone deserves love. Everyone deserves respect. But there's also this indication of you just make a personal choice. You would rather authentically be something than present yourself as something that you're not. And that says a lot about you and your character. And you're learning that there are a lot of people around you still who applauded you for this because they had something to gain from you. And they didn't actually genuinely care who or what you were. Only what they could have from you. And so your spirit guides are proud of you specifically because you see the full picture. You are such a magical being. If there ever was one, it's you, Group 1. And you know that things are working in your favor. In fact, you know how much work you do, and you know exactly which teas you cross and which I's you dot, and you are very much aware of what the future holds for you because you work hard for it, because you laid the foundation. And when you're growing all these beautiful flowers and herbs and abundant fruits, you pass some of them out. But you no longer give them out so much that you don't have enough for winter yourself. Or that you have to continue to start over and reharvesting and replanting these plants again. You are always, always, always on your path. And you don't stray for, they're showing me the 7 deadly sins for lust, for gluttony, for greed, pride, wrath, envy, sloth. You do not for a second get distracted or fall into these energies. And because of this, you feel yourself standing out from others. But again, you are aware that those who fall into these energies are on a path too, and that regardless, they're still worthy of love. Your spirit team would actually like to call attention to a situation that has happened in your life recently where you stopped everything that you were doing to help someone, and it felt like you had little to no choice. And they would like to remind you that you always have a choice, but also that it wouldn't have sat right with you if you didn't be who you are, if you didn't do what you do. You are somebody who has the wherewithal, who has the knowledge, who has the clear energy channel to be able to help someone in that way, to be able to be clear and freed of those chains, to be able to put a band-aid on someone who hurt their knee, but also be aware that you need to clean the wound first and be able to tell which wounds need to get aired out and which ones need to get covered and when it's appropriate. I did choose the Herb Crafter's Tarot today. In fact, it was calling to me out of my stack of decks. And it's because you are in some way, yes, a magician, yes, an alchemist, but a healer. You're one who knows the right order of things in order to achieve particular energetic results. And here we have the 6 of Wands, that one card that was left overturned. That one stone that was left unturned of your entire journey of creating boundaries and speaking up for yourself. Your spirit team being proud of you, watching you learn how to express yourself, how to stand up for yourself, and also that it's not worth it. Not to have healthy boundaries, but to engage with those who refuse to honor truth. And there's nothing you can do about that. Why argue with somebody who's calling the sky green? You can argue that it's blue, you can argue that it's clear and that we see a reflection. Why argue over it? We look up and we see the same thing. And so they're proud of you for honoring the sky is blue. If you want to know more about that, I can tell you why the sky looks like it's blue. Sometimes it looks like it's a different color. I can explain that to you too. But I don't feel the need to argue. I don't feel the need to stand up for myself or set something right or just or weasel my way into something. Your spirit guides are proud of you because you keep moving forward, and you keep moving forward with love because you have something special and unique, and you know that you do. And you also don't fall into the realm of illusion that you see others around you just adding themselves to a pile. And there's this vision that I had last year a lot on my channel that's coming up again. So if you come from any of my old readings, hello. Where if you're at a concert and everybody's in the standing room, if everybody is on their tippy toes, no one can see above anybody else, but everyone's on their toes because they have to see, they have to be taller, they have to be bigger, they have to be just whatever. And if everyone's standing and everyone's on their toes, no one can see. Everyone's jumping up and down, waving their arms. That person can't see. The other people that are doing that can't see. It's just a mess. And you've learned how to remove yourself from the crowd and genuinely enjoy the music. Appreciate the sound of the guitar, the difficulty of the mastery of the craft. Enjoy perhaps seeing a new angle with which to see the concert instead of just being in the crowd where everyone flocks. And they're proud of you for this. And they're continuing this analogy, and you've even met a few musicians along the way. And they're proud of you for bestowing gifts and blessings onto others that you didn't have to do, because you are a very strong alchemist, a very strong herb crafter, because you're a very strong, gifted, beautiful being with a big heart. You've gifted so much to others that would not have gotten a blessing like that without your intervention. And you're aware of this, your spirit team is aware of this, and those people's spirit teams are aware of this too. But because you know what it feels like to love and be loved, and you know what it feels like to love and not be loved, unrequited love, you will never treat someone in this way. Your spirit guides are proud of you, Group 1, because you are such a hard worker. You are always at something, and they just want to toss in a little quick message to let you know that it's okay to rest sometimes. This seems like the kind of person who works until they are fallen asleep, and when they sit down to relax, they do it with their planner to stay organized. And when they wake up, they just go, 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 go. Always something, always somewhere, always something for someone. And it's never about the destination. It's always about, instead of just walking the straight journey, making sure that there's any bee that is on the path, you pick up and you put it on a flower. Any flower that is wilted, you take the time to replant or propagate. Water. Any person that you see that's injured along the path, you stop and you help them. And sure, 6 of Wands is inevitable here. Your victory is guaranteed, your success is guaranteed, but you don't focus on the destination. You focus on your integrity. And that, Group 1, is why your guides are so, so, so proud of you. They do want to let you know that something that you're working on or working towards will be very much appreciated. This has a lot to do with who you are inherently. Because instead of showing everyone the seeds that you're planting, look at me, I have these seeds, look at me, I'm planting these seeds. Instead, you collect the seeds that are close to you, close to your heart. You follow your intuition about the soil. You do as much love and research into them as you can. You speak to the plants as they grow. And you would rather keep the plants in a safe, nurtured environment than show everybody that you finally grew an orchid. And orchids are really cool. But the best orchid grows when it's undisturbed. And so there's this energy here of your spirit guides being so, so proud of you, because they know that you know what it's like to be overlooked, to be underappreciated, to be misunderstood, and to still pay forward that love anyway. But you've also learned not to self-sacrifice yourself in the process. But I mean, if you already know, this is like, it's giving the energy, and pardon this topic, it's 2023 though, this is giving the energy of the kind of girl who always has like menstrual products on them, enough for an entire crowd, just in case they're in the bathroom with someone who gets stuck without one, or band-aids, or you cover the bases for you and all those around you, and you don't go around saying, look what I've got, look what I've got. Instead, you just give a silent nod and let the person who wants to step up and take credit. But you know, and they know, and your spirit guides know, and that's why they're proud of you, because your integrity comes first. So why your spirit guides are proud of you. Closing messages for group number 1. This is the Little Prince Tarot. We have the Devil, and it came out like this. You kindly and gently show others where their devilish energies are. We did have the 7 deadly sins coming out earlier. These are things, again, that your guides are saying you would never ever indulge in any of these things. You haven't and you won't. But oftentimes people will get triggered when they see someone that's purified, or they'll try to throw dirt on them or throw a projection on them because it makes them feel better about themselves. It's easier for them to not look at something, and that doesn't belong to you. Your spirit guides are proud of you because you let people express themselves. Obviously, you don't need to let people express themselves, but they're proud of you because you just say, hey, I am choosing not to engage in this because I see higher heights. And that has nothing to do with you, that has nothing to do with me, and I love you and do what you feel called to do, but we just do not currently resonate at this time. And that is okay, it is still all love. But just because you're down on the ground and you won't take my hand doesn't mean that I have to stop my journey. You have the Nine of Swords. Your spirit guides are really proud of the way that you have dealt with some stressful situations of others at this time. You are always there for others, but you also do not get wrapped up in their tornado. And that can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing to, like, you still love those who create tornadoes, who are always wrapped up in tornadoes, but in and of itself, that is an addiction. And sometimes it's not always conscious, and it's sometimes part of the soul's lesson, and that's okay too, but that doesn't mean that you can't help, and it also doesn't mean that you need to drop everything and be there for them. So you've learned this, and your guides are proud of you. Page of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Now, they want to bring a cheerier vibe to close out this reading a little bit. They want you to know that your ability to find happiness, personal fulfillment, success, and to make sure that the things are equal in your life is important. For example, if you're there for someone all the time and they're never there for you, or if you are so nice to someone and you give them a helping hand, and this isn't because love is transactional, because it's not, but you also are able to see who is putting on a pretty face because they want something, and who genuinely wants to form a connection with you. Who is tax collector energy, who is social climber energy. You're able to see these things, but you still treat all equal. And sometimes this makes people act weird or get triggered or think that they can pull one over on you, but that doesn't make that true. And so your guides are really proud of you because you still are optimistic. You still give out the love to every single individual that you possibly can, and to yourself, and to every plant and animal that you see. And they're proud of your spiritual progression, and they're saying that this is something that you don't flaunt enough. And they're saying that you flaunting something would be a force to be reckoned with if they could ever get you to do it. And I think that's a really kind of precious thing. Personally, your guides are saying that you are a lot more than you lead on. You have a lot more than you lead on. You see a lot more than you lead on. And they're very proud of you for maintaining your integrity. But they also, just because you see through the illusion, you don't want to start another crowd that's jumping up and down on its toes, waving their hands in the air. And they don't want you to do this. Instead, they want you to get up on the stage. But you don't want to associate yourself with those that present but are not. You'd rather be and be unseen. It's that integrity. And they're saying that it's okay for you to do both. But they're proud of you for maintaining your integrity throughout everything. Closing messages, please, from your spirit guides. Your number one spirit guides. Are you proud of them? You built something from the ground up. You built something from scratch. We have extraterrestrial downloads cards and unconditional love. These are my two favorite cards in this deck, by the way. I mean, you guys know me. You are so loving all of the time. And you treat everyone with love and respect, in and out of this universe, on and off of this earth. Plant, animal, human being, Pleiadian, ancestor, tree, blade of grass. Everything and everyone is equal to you. And your existence, they're kind of giving an illusion that your existence here might present itself as trivial, but you know internally what you're doing. You know that you are love and that you're giving love. And your guides are so proud of you for being a little extra when no one else was there to step up. No one else dared to step up because they're saying because of the 7 deadly sins. Because greed was more important than integrity. Because sloth was more important than hard work. Because gluttony was more important than health. And you have gone the extra mile for others, and they want you to be aware and confident in the fact that this will be coming back around to you. And they know that that's not why you do what you do. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You do something very much wishing to be left unseen, and that's why you have been largely. But there's only so much that they can help when you shine so brightly, and you already see what's meant for you on your path. So get comfortable shining a little bit more bright, group number 1, because your love is felt through universes, through galaxies, through dimensions. And that's not something small. You can collect a small group of people and make them feel a certain way about you, but you have no interest in that. And where those people that might leave you sitting alone at a lunch table aren't stepping up, the entire rest of the universe will. And you know that, and you have faith in that, and that's why they're proud of you too. You've seen that in action, you teach that to others, you live that every single day, and you bring everything back to love. That is the vibration that you're seeding, and it's clean, and it's pure, it's honest, it's simple, and it's filled with integrity. And they love you, and I love you. So, group number 1, that is all I have for you today. That is why your spirit guides are proud of you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe as it helps me out a lot. And I love what I do with my whole heart. And please go check out Cherish's video about the blessings that your spirit guides are sending you. Thank you again so very much for being here. I hope this helped shed love, light, and clarity on your situation. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. Namaste. Hi there, group number 2. Namaste and welcome to your reading. Today, I love your vibe, first and foremost. Hello. Today we're taking a look at what your spirit guides are proud of you for. And this is beautiful. I love this topic. I love this reading. I love your energy. You selected the second group with the fully integrated card. Now, when I designed this deck, this is my Follow Your Heart Oracle. The meaning in this card is when your 3D self, your higher self, your inner child, all versions of past, present, future, parallel lifetime versions of you, you've kind of bridged the gap between all of them, like seamed them up very nicely and then dissolved the seam. And so there's this energy here of your spirit guides are really proud of you because you always look to the light. You always remind people that there's someone there for them when they need it. That it's okay for them to express their inner child. It's okay for them, you'll hold space for them to be their higher self. It is okay for them to be a little bit different. It's okay for them to be a little bit the same. It's okay for, like, you create a safe space for others. And this is the first thing that's coming out why your spirit guides are proud of you. And with the definition behind this card, they're also saying that they're proud of you for healing and integrating your own inner child, healing and integrating your past, present, future, parallel lifetimes, and healing and integrating your higher self and all versions of you that can possibly manifest in and through your human vessel. I'm hearing the phrase, I walk alone. So there's kind of this energy here where your spirit guides are proud of you they're proud of you for being able to walk your journey by yourself, not needing to be dependent on others, but because you've walked your path alone, you make sure that nobody else feels that way. And I love that about you. I love that for you. Your spirit guides, they're proud of you for this. You have done a lot of the heavy lifting spiritually, group number 2, and this is very apparent. Your spirit guides are so proud of you because it takes you can't just, I mean, I guess you can if you're a powerful manifestor, but it's not just, I want to heal my inner child, snap, done. No, you have to, it's like lifting a max weight in the gym. Like, in order to squat, like, you have to bend your knees. Your whole body has to be in the right position. You have to work your way up there. It takes a lot of strength. You don't just show up to the gym one day and add every single plate in sight to the bar. And spiritually and maybe physically, your spirit guides are so proud of all the heavy lifting that you've done. They're so proud of how far you've come and how much you have been able to make others feel at home. There's definitely this I'm hearing breadwinner. Some of you might be the breadwinner for your family. Others of you might have needed to learn how to not be dependent on others. Maybe you didn't have too much of a support system, or maybe the support system that you did have was very like specific in this area, or very lacking in others, or something like this. You have done a great job at balancing the scales and healing and growing spiritually and helping others to do the same. And there's kind of this energy, I kind of consider my YouTube channel a little bit of an island for like the island of misfit toys. And so there's kind of this energy here with that about you too, where you might be out and about walking around and stick out like a sore thumb, or see somebody else or hear about somebody else elsewhere that is kind of like this, but you make sure that there's a place. I'm hearing like, if you build it, they will come. Field of Dreams, which is, those are all of the things that my guides were downloading to me when I decided to start my channel, because I wanted to channel the things that I couldn't find that I needed. And it showed me, I was so nervous, like, oh my gosh, what if people judge me? Like, what if I'm alone? Like, what if it's just weird and it flops? And it, if anything, it showed me like, no, like, there was a space for me there. There's a space for me there, and I needed to do some of it alone, and then eventually I wasn't alone, and I had beautiful people like Cherish and Lexi and Tay and so many other beautiful souls like come into my life and lift me up and say, hey, you're not alone. You are supported. You are beautiful. You are intentional. You are important. And you're, like, most importantly, not alone. Like, I am a misfit toy. I have my island of misfit toys. And you are a misfit toy. You have your island of misfit toys. And then we're here together and we can create an even bigger one. And at the end of the day, it creates something where nothing, no one is misfit. There's room for everyone. There's space for everything all the time. And so there's kind of this energy here with you, group number 2, where you are so beautiful. You are so beautiful, like a butterfly. And your spirit guides are so proud of you that you always come back to love. You always come back to center. And they want you to be more proud of yourself for all the work that you've done, because there's kind of this energy of you either just keep going, or you keep striving and pushing and growing. And they want to remind you that just because you can and just because you should doesn't mean that you need to always be a self-improvement project. And that's not saying not to grow. It's not saying not to learn, but it's saying that sometimes when you're training for a marathon, when you're trying to lift the heavier weights, you got to take your rest day. Sometimes you have to run 5 miles so that you can run 10 miles. And sometimes you don't need to be sprinting all of the time. And there's this energy where your spirit guides are so proud of you for your endurance. There's an endurance about you that either nobody sees or you feel wasn't like, you weren't given the option but to have this strength, this endurance. You weren't given the option but to do your shadow work so that you could rise above, so that you could be a healed, unwounded version of yourself, so that you could give back, so that you could live your life freely. And they're saying you can decompress now. And they're so proud of you for getting there. But they kind of want to shake it out of you. They want to like take you and just kind of give you a little shake and say, hey, look around you. Look within you. Look around you. It's beautiful. And you did this. And you made this. And you are this. Look at all this work you've done. Look at all this healing that you've done. You're beautiful. So they're really proud of you. And there's kind of this energy where you're like, well, yeah, but they're saying, no. Yes, sit in that energy. It's okay. It's okay. It's intentional. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's you. And the more that you are yourself, the more you will be surrounded by others who appreciate that. The more that you will realize that when you focus on the journey, not the destination, that doesn't mean that you don't arrive at your destination. Because even that is a part of the journey. But A destinationless journey is not a journey at all. And a journeyless destination is not a destination at all. So they kind of wanted to toss that in there for you to think about a little bit. And you are guided and supported, and you make sure that others feel the same. And so they're so proud of you for this too. Their hearts are full about your heart always being full and overflowing. I have a Cancer Sun and Venus, so that means that I happy cry pretty much every day of my life. They're showing me the holiday where Jude Law, he's like, I weep, I'm a weeper, is me. But there's kind of this energy here where it's like your heart is just so like full and it overflows, and you like spread that energy, that being so happy you could cry energy just to everyone. And they're showing me that girl in Mean Girls. A lot of movie references for you. Yeah, they're showing me that girl in Mean Girls when they're all like standing up on the stage, like apologizing to this other girl. They're showing me that she doesn't even go here, girl. Like that girl's like, I just want everyone to have sunshine and rainbows. And your spirit guides are like, they're proud of you for being that girl, but in like a rational sense. And of course, gender is not, you don't have to be a girl in any means necessary. You can be a woman, you can be a man, you can be a boy, you can be any, obviously gender that you resonate with. I don't read gender on my channel, but I do read dualistic energies because of the realm, and we label them in a way that is easy to understand. And maybe there's something about that too. You're very inclusive is coming out. I think that's why they had me go down that whole spiel. We have the Chariot here. Your spirit guides are proud of you for continuing to hold on when you don't see the road ahead, for landing at your destination and not even really realizing it. And your spirit guides are proud of you because to you, walking the journey is your success. This is so beautiful. Your spirit guides are proud of you for enjoying everything ahead of you, everything in front of you. They're proud of you because you find balance in every aspect of your life, primarily those where you were taught not to have balance. And because of this, you're able to see where love fits in the situation, where you're able to have everything go back to love. And this is beautiful because even the meanest person, even the most terrible thing ever, there is something or someone or something, like they're showing me like the analogy of like a villain's origin story or something. It doesn't have to be this dramatic either, of course, but the reason, like the villain's origin story always goes back to love or lack thereof or desire for. And it doesn't have to be romantic, platonic. It can be this person loved, they were so passionate about something that they like leaned into it a little hard and they were thrown out of balance. But you're able to see where everything feeds back into love. Everything stems back into unconditional love, into source, into light, into the universe, and that's beautiful. I'm hearing yogi, so some of you might be yogis, some of you might be yoga teachers, or some of you might just be like getting into your yoga journey, or you're showing up more in your meditations or something, and they're really proud of you for this. They're proud of you for exploring your options or creating your own options when the universe didn't give you any. And it wasn't that it wasn't giving you any, it was that it was showing you that you can make your own decisions. You can create an island when you feel like the world wasn't built for somebody like you. And there are so many different ways I can manifest. And your guides are really, really proud of you for showing up and letting yourself indulge in that fairy tale a little bit and making that a reality. They love the way that you speak, the way that you heal, the way that you cleanse. They're really proud of you for being so healthy. There's something here about you might be super healthy. Like you might eat an all like plant-based raw diet, or you might eat entirely clean. You might only eat things that you grow. You might exercise, show up at the gym every day except for your rest days. There's something here. You might be an like Ayurvedic practitioner, a Chinese medicine practitioner, a nurse, an EMT. There's something here where you're so healing, you're so expressive, you light people up. And there's something here where your spirit team is learning from you as well. This is not a mutually exclusive one-way street here that they're showing me for you, group 2. This is you learn from them and they learn from you. with the Seven of Pentacles here, your spirit guides are proud of you for doing something yourself, for building something on your own, for building a foundation on your own. They're proud of you for becoming a strong oak tree. And every oak tree starts as a seed, turns into a sapling, and it has to be strong and willing and ready to grow. And I'm also hearing this song, Life is Just a Bowl of Cherries. And there's this energy where you kind of just take things for what they are. You see things for face value. But that doesn't mean that you don't think that things can be better. It's just that maybe you needed to build your own island of misfit toys. Maybe you needed to build your own field of dreams. Maybe there's something here where they're just seemingly, you know that there's space for you, but it just kind of didn't seem like there was because you didn't see it there. And your spirit guides are proud of you for finding your place, for making your own way, making your own place, making your own rules. For some of you, building your own house, putting up a yoga studio, making your own, YouTube channel or Instagram account, or building a business, or I'm hearing social work as well. Some of you might be social work. You might work with like shelters or people who are underprivileged. There's this energy here where you know what it feels like in some way to be not privileged. And you have built your own way to a place where everything goes back to love. Everything is possible. You can communicate this. You can invoke inspiration in others, and you built this foundation, and now you have a community. Some of you might be solo travelers. Some of you might be, like, I'm hearing world packers, nomads. Some of you may have gone out of your comfort zone or moved or did something on your own. And your guides are really proud of you for this too. I just keep hearing, life is just a bowl of cherries. Don't take it serious. Life's too mysterious. You might like that song. Or it might just be a cute one for you to listen to. Anyway, your spirit guides are so proud of you for the way that you express yourself, the way that you go out on a limb, and you can be adventurous without traveling. You can be a traveler. But there's something here where you just, if you want to go hiking, you're going to put on that backpack and you're going to go hiking. If you want to go backpacking, same thing, same deal. You're going to hop on that plane. You're not going to wait for others to come with you. There is this energy here too. Some of you may have recently made a big shift or big move in your life, or you're working on a big move or big shift in your life, and they're so proud of you for going for this, for taking the opportunities presented to you, for seeing something. They're showing me something that I'm currently working on that is just, it seems like I had so many people literally laugh in my face and tell me it was a bad idea when I started, and it's been like years in the process, and I just got so much judgment towards it. And now I'm like getting closer to it, and it looks beautiful. Everything's going amazingly. I'm getting so many compliments and congratulations on it. It's not even done yet. And I'm just like, like I saw the potential and I followed my heart. Like, yay. And there's this energy about you too, group 2, where your guides are so proud of you for this. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on my little spiel there, but I said spiel twice in your reading. I don't usually use that word a lot, so I don't know if that's maybe that's a word you use a lot, or that'll be a sign if you hear somebody use that. They're showing me these little acorns here, and they're showing me how woodpeckers make little symbiotic relationships. That's why woodpeckers put little holes in these trees, and then like a squirrel or a chipmunk will go find these little acorns, and they'll like climb up the tree, and they will put the acorns in the little woodpecker holes, and they'll save them for winter. And it is the cutest thing in the entire world. And they're showing me that you have this tree with a ton of holes in it, but if you look, every single hole is filled with an acorn, and each one is like a little snack. It's like a little blessing for later. You might have a lot of maybe investments that are ongoing. You might have a lot of projects that you're working on. Maybe you have a full wish list, manifestation list, a full to-do list while you are here, a big old bucket list. Maybe you want to step foot in every single country while you're alive, like I do. Big dream, super hard. And you can do it. But your guides are really proud of you, because notice how I'm just getting like really optimistic. Like every time I'm like, well, this might not seem like it's the best, but you know what, you can do it. And if it's not meant to be, there's something better. Like there's just this optimism, this like charging forward with a chariot. It's like go, go, go. They're showing me like Mario Kart, like when you're playing Mario Kart and they have those little like turtle shells and the banana peels to like put behind, how you just kind of like, but not the ones that make you go like super speed, not the ones that like trip up other people on the path. And they're showing me this because you are so optimistic. Like, if you want to do something, you'll just do it. If you want to go take, maybe you want to go take a jazzercise class or a salsa class, and you will just go alone. Maybe you want to do ecstatic dancing, and you just go. There's something here where your spirit guides are so, so, so proud of you because you see the world as your oyster. You see any manifestation as possible, and even, you might not even resonate with the word manifestation because just of where you're at in life. You might, but you might notice that you are so, so, so good at expressing yourself. Maybe you're a phenomenal artist. I see you, Luca. So maybe you are a phenomenal, phenomenal singer. I see you, Tay. Okay, maybe you are a phenomenal channel. I see you, Cherish. Like, it doesn't have to be like, you are so good at what you do. You are so good at expressing yourself. And there's something about it that is just your own little personal groove. And it's beautiful. Keep doing it forever and ever, please. And your spirit guides are so proud of you. And they want to just like, your spirit guides might take more of a hands-off approach to you. They're always there for you. They love you so much. But I'm getting group 2. Your spirit guides might take more of a hands-off approach to you because you just get it, you go. Like, you learn and then you grow and then it's on to the next. And you're just kind of in this energy where if they were to sit down and like the amount of time it would take for you to sit down and have them communicate with you and like you maybe pull out the cards or sit down in meditation. I'm getting that you probably do these things anyway, but you learn so quickly. It's like the second that something appears to you, you're like, got it. I'm gonna apply it. I'm gonna master it. On to the next. And your spirit team is like, who are we to get in group 2's way? Like, are you kidding me? Like, they want it, they're gonna get it, and it's gonna be the highest vibrational version of it, or it's gonna be the most them version of it. It's gonna be their own little island of misfit toys. But you know what? That is an empire. It's a kingdom. It's beautiful and it's expansive and it's beautiful. Okay, with that, your spirit team is also really proud of you for being your own cheerleader, taking initiative. Definitely taking initiative. That's a big one. Like booking that flight, starting that business, filing that LLC, like showing up to the event, like doing the dang thing, whatever it is. You want to do something, you're going to do it. You're going to put the elbow grease in. You're going to roll up your sleeves. You're going to show up. You're going to get it done. And it's going to be done well. Your spirit team is so proud of this, that you take this approach towards healing your inner child. That's why I think all of those energies are coming out right in the beginning about doing the work for your inner child. You probably maybe didn't start out with too much of a choice because you needed to be self-supportive, and you can't be out here unhealed and then still get done the things you need to get done in the way that they need to get done, right? Like, there's no room for error in certain areas, but because of this, that no room for error left. Now there's tons of room for error, and now there's tons of room. It's not error, it's play, it's expression, it's beautiful, and you get to live your life and expand and open. And they're showing me this like huge sacral and solar plexus awakening for you, and you're getting an opportunity to move, to travel. And they're showing me ginger, and I'm seeing like the word zinger too. There's something here where you add a little bit of spice to everything that you do. You add a little bit of flair, and you add just a little bit of group 2 to everything you do. And your spirit team loves this because it's not coming from an unhealed place. It's not coming from a projecting place. It's coming from a place of expression, of art, of creativity, of authentic expression, and a pure channel. And it's so, so gorgeous. Even the strongest oak must eventually fall. And so it might as well have a ton of acorns in it. It might as well make a ton of friends along the way. It might as well have sustenance for yourself, your friends, for others. It might be, like, it can be many things. It's a symbiotic ecosystem. But the oak tree is the one that took the initiative to grow. The oak is the one that is the foundation, the provider. And so we're taking a look at this here. There's something here where you are in some way a path opener. You're a way shower. I wouldn't be surprised, group number 2, if you're like they're showing me you are very likely someone who is the first blank to blank. You're definitely the cycle breaker in your family. You might be like the first insert label to insert action. Like, there's something about you where you are definitely like a wayfarer, like a path forger. And your spirit guides are so, so, so proud of you for this. And I'm hearing group 2, you didn't have to, but you're you. So of course you did, because not only do you get to experience your creativity, but you leave a legacy behind that makes other people feel, know, and feel supported in the fact that they have that too. And it's amazing. They're also proud of you for the way that you've educated yourself, or in perhaps plans that you have to educate yourself. Some of you are working really, really hard in school. Some of you have 2 majors instead of 1. Some of you sprung for the master's or sprung for the doctorate, or others of you just educate yourself. Maybe you have a ton of certificates, a lot of knowledge. Maybe you read a ton of books. Maybe you're planning on going back to school. Maybe you have scholarships in certain areas. There are just some things where you just keep going. And it's like life is soul food for you. And this approach to life, your spirit team is so, so, so proud of you. And that's why they're kind of like, what could we possibly do apart from giving you little blessings along the way and making you smile and sending you little messages? What more could we possibly even do for you? Because you have a handle on it. This is like somebody who was raised to be very independent, perhaps. And because of this, your spirit guides are really proud of your independence. They also want to be there for you more, but they also know that you're the one that knows what's best for you. And that is a unique relationship to have with your spirit team, where you learn from them, they learn from you. It's more of a creative exchange than it is like a directional. And it takes a lot to be able to get to that point. And so this is why they're proud of you. They've watched you grow. They're showing me some past lives coming up here too. There are some things that you've seen, some things that you remember, some things that you've been through in past, present, future, parallel lifetimes, or in other versions of yourself in this lifetime as we grow and expand and shed and evolve and all these beautiful things. And you take the lessons and you take the magic from all of them and you put them together and you create this beautiful puzzle. And it's like a color, like mood board changing puzzle. And they're so proud of you for building something like this. They're so proud of you for being who you are. They're so proud of you for expressing your emotions on the good days and the bad days, always being authentic, always being pure, always being true, always having an open, pure heart. And I'm hearing, if I'm eating, you're eating too. And they're showing me this big basket of acorns here. You have enough for yourself, and you even save enough for others. It's like they're showing me somebody who is like saving food or saving money or saving something, but it's like you ration a piece for yourself and you ration it a bit for others, and the others aren't here yet. They're not receiving it yet. But there's a bit for you and there's a bit for someone else. It's like one for me, one for you, one for me, one for you. And then eventually you are taken care of. And then there's this stockpile of blessing to pay forward to others. And they're proud of you for doing this too, because you didn't have somebody knocking on your door begging you or taking your last acorn or anything like this. You may have had people try in the past, but you're very much, if I'm eating, you're eating too. You can be the kind of person, maybe you live alone, but you make sure that there's always enough room for everybody else. It's open door policy. Like if you say you go to the store, you buy a little snack, but you don't buy one, you buy 2, because you know that there's like a homeless person outside and that maybe they didn't eat today. There's something like this where every time you do something, you try to do it in the way that pays it forward. Your spirit team wants to send you a message. This is why they're proud of you, but it's also why they would love to see you. Well, they don't want to interfere at all whatsoever. Like they don't want to have you experience less in your life, but they're showing me this scene and they just want to pay this message forward just a smidge, okay, gently, that this is someone who, like, say there's a caretaker, there's someone who really wants to provide for you, nurture you, and they're like, hey, let me cook you a meal. It would make me really happy to make you something and sit down and watch you eat and enjoy something that you know is flavorful and nutrient dense for you. But whenever this person comes up to, oh, they're showing me a butterfly. It's like flying outside my window. Hi, precious. Cuties. Anyway, whenever they try to do something nice for you, it's like you've already jumped the gun. Like, so you would already be in the kitchen with a meal halfway cooked, and there's already enough for you and for the person that was going to offer you a meal, and somebody else too if they wanted to invite company along. And so there's this energy here where you jump the gun a little bit, and your spirit guides are really proud of you for this. You might be highly intuitive or just really on a roll. It seems like you've done a lot of spiritual work, and they would love to see you decompress a little bit, but I'm getting that you are either so busy or that's not in your nature, or you take a life is so short approach, and they're really proud of you for this, and they wouldn't in a million years ever ask you to stop any of the things that you're doing or not go for any of the things that you want to do. They're saying it's your canvas. You can paint it how you want. And there is this energy here too where they're really proud of you for deciding to take on so much. There's kind of an energy where if you selected one thing, you could have maybe done it really, really well, really huge, really quickly, and called it a day. But instead you chose to do 50 things. And so there's an acorn over here, an acorn over here, and an acorn over there. And so instead of just collecting acorns for yourself, you collected acorns for you and someone else. It's that one for me, one for you energy, even before that proverbial you even showed up. And you have this welcoming energy. They're showing me 787. So, oh, look out for that being a zip code. Tay turned me onto that. She said in one of her readings a while ago, if you're seeing numbers that look like they could be area codes, look out for that. And that just popped up. So there's that. But also perhaps like a plane. We do have a lot of traveling energy coming out here. You move so much in life. Like, you are always transformational. You are always transforming. And your spirit guides are really proud to see that you always know. I'm hearing, love grows where my pile 2 goes, and nobody knows but them. So that can be significant for you. It's like you always know where the love's gonna grow. You always know what's gonna grow. So you always plant something before the rainstorm. This is someone who, say you need to travel from card 1 to card 5. But in order to do so, you know that there's something here and something here and something here. So you're going to prepare to drop a little acorn on every single card instead of just going to this one and then finding the acorn and going to the second one and then going to the fourth one. Instead of doing everything individually, you do everything at once. They're showing me again, like Mario Kart, having an inventory of things to use. And then with that, you're able to release them as necessary instead of collecting them or using one at a time or only holding on to one at a time. Okay, so why group number 2? Very clear what your spirit team is proud of you. Group number 2, why is your spirit team proud of you? Spirit guides of group number 2. They just love your vibe. They love your vibe. They love your personality. I'm just hearing someone's group number 2 slays. That's it. Okay. So we have the 7 of Wands coming out. I'm so excited for you guys to listen to Cherish's reading for you, to be honest. Whichever pile you select, it's going to be good, and I just know it's going to be accurate for you guys. The blessings, oh my goodness. Blessings for group 2 are going to be absolutely phenomenal, insane in the membrane. I can already feel it now. So your spirit guides are proud of you, group number 2, because you've been through so much and you just continue to learn. You don't let it get you down. I almost rickrolled you, group 2, but I didn't. You do everything in the most serious way possible, but you also keep it lighthearted as possible. It's it's giving a clear, open channel. It's what it's giving. And we have the World. Your connections with people far and wide is something that they'd like to draw attention to. You might speak several different languages. You might have friends all over the world. You may have traveled all over the world. That's coming out quite a lot here. You don't mind sticking out like a sore thumb, because regardless of whether it's internally or externally, everybody does. We're all individuals. That's intentional. We're supposed to be. And they're kind of showing me this energy here of you work so hard, but that's besides the point. You do so much for others, but that's besides the point. Because to you, it's a given. And all of those energies that are a given for you, that's what they want to draw attention to today. That's why they're proud of you. Sure, you are very worldly. Sure, you're well-spoken. Sure, you're spiritually evolved. Sure, you are humanitarian. But all of those things, those are a given because you are focused on love. You are focused on the path that you're on and the road ahead. And because of this, your spirit team is so proud of you. And they're showing me again, it's they help you as much as they can, but they also don't want to interfere. And they're showing me again this analogy that they showed in the beginning, where somebody wants to sit you down and offer you a meal, but you're already in the kitchen cooking for yourself and for them and for all of their friends and family and all of your friends and family. And so when this person wants to come offer you a meal, you already knew that, and you already prepared that and above and beyond. And they would love to see you be taken care of instead of taking care of others for once, but they also know it's kind of your jam. So they want to let you know that they see that, and they want to draw attention to that energy there and let you know that they're proud of all that you are, all that you do for others. But it's like they're trying to offer you a meal, but you're already cooking. So what they can do is take that little leaf on the floor and shift it just an inch to the right so that you don't slip on it when you're running around. What they can do is have the light shift just so through the window so that you see a little rainbow, and it gives you an extra smile while you're cooking. What they can do is pop an extra grain or 3 of rice in there so that, yes, you're giving on to others, but there's a secret little investment that's building up for you too. And these are the ways that your spirit team helps you out. And so you might feel that your spirit team is a bit more hands off than perhaps those around you, or not, but they're really, really proud of you for taking so much initiative in your life. It's like they wish that you would, and they wish that you wouldn't too, because there's nothing that you wouldn't do. There's nothing that you wouldn't do for those that you love. There's nothing that you wouldn't do for your spirit team. And they're so, so, so proud of you for, they're saying, always having been in this energy when you were taught that was wrong, when you felt like you didn't have a choice, when you did have a choice, when you were the one struggling, when others were struggling, no matter what, that was your stronghold, that was your foundation, that's who you've always been and what you've always done. They're saying you incarnated like this, time and time and time and time again. And so now in this life, it's just a given. It's just a given. And so they're proud of you for that. They're proud of you for maintaining that stronghold. They're saying in this cruel, cruel world, which I think is also a beautiful, very loving world as well. But they're saying that you know why. You know who, what, when, where, why, and how. And that's why they're proud of you. Closing messages, please. Why is group number 2's spirit guide proud of group number 2? Why are you guys proud of group number 2? Clearly a lot of reasons. You do so much for, do you send your spirit guides love and energy? Do you find them whichever realm they're incarnated in, and you guide them too? Because that's coming out. Because your spirit guides are acting like you are their guide. Your spirit guides are acting like I'm giving this reading to them on behalf of you at the same time. Like this is giving double mission. And they're proud of you, but they're also like, are you proud of me? Like, it goes both ways. It's a two-way street. And they're proud of you for honoring that, for following through with your promise, is what they're saying. Okay, this is my Follow Your Heart Oracle deck. Oh, this is the Herb Crafter's Tarot. This is the Tarot of the Little Prince. And then this is my Follow Your Heart Oracle that you can find on my Etsy. Akashic Records. Synchronicities. You have Akashic Records. You have Dark Night of the Soul. I know everyone doesn't love that term, but we all know what it means, and so we are going to use it today. We have self-love. We have expect the unexpected, deepening faith, and change of perspective. You are a walking blessing. You are manifestation incarnate. You are a blessing incarnate. You are... They're saying you know who you are. You know exactly who you are. And this is why they're proud of you. They want you to know, there are sirens going off in the background, that they're proud of you because no matter where you go, no matter what you see, no matter who you've met, no matter what happens in your life, whether it's expected or unexpected, you're always prepared. You're always moving through love. You're always showing up in your power, but always giving yourself a little less credit than credit is due. You're always strengthening your faith. You're always helping others find that lighthouse, that light post in the dark when they need it. You're always there for everyone in every way that you can. Always. And this is something that you're so stubborn about. And they're proud of you for that too. And they also would love to see you fall back and focus on yourself more. But the thing is, group 2, when you're focusing on one for me, one for you, you're focusing on yourself. And those that you're helping, those that you're providing for, those that you're loving, you see them as you too, because you're aware that you're the universe experiencing itself. And your spirit team is proud of you because they're just saying you made it. You did it. You're you. That's all they could ever ask of you. And they're proud of you for going a little deeper every single day. They're proud of you for acknowledging and recording your journey. If some of you keep like a journal or like a meditation journal, or if you are a writer, or maybe you have a podcast or your own YouTube channel or something, they're proud of you for like recording your journey for others. And they're proud of you for appreciating the little things when whether or not you had the big things to be appreciative of. And that's something that never goes away. And that's why they're proud of you. So that's all I have for you, group number 2. That reading brought me to my knees and back, and then back down and then back up again. That was crazy. You're beautiful. And this is why your spirit guides are proud of you. Go check out the blessings that are coming your way from your spirit team on Cherish's channel, Venusian Soul Tarot, and I've got her linked down below for you to go check out. She's amazing and beautiful, and I can't wait for you guys to hear what your blessing is. I just feel like this one's going to be extra special. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation and why your spirit team is proud of you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. Please like and comment if you like this video, subscribe if you feel called, and I'll see you here next time. Namaste. Hi there, group 3. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I want to let you know that I love you. Today I'm taking a look at why your spirit guides are proud of you. You selected the 3rd group with not an accident, Synchronicity. Whew, group 3. I keep hearing you see right through everything. You know when to prepare. You know when to fall back. You know exactly when to hop on the wave so that it carries you to shore. And your spirit guides are really, really proud of you for this. But that's not entirely what they want to speak to you about today. Your spirit guides are proud of you, group 3, because you know when to take action and when to stay still. You are able to identify the inflections in energy, and you're able to see where center is in any energy and where it might be off a little bit, or where it's veering to the right or veering to the left. This is a really important skill, and your spirit guides are proud of you for not only identifying this, but implementing it into your life. You might also be teaching others how to do this. You're able to go with the flow, but you also have a very good structure and foundation. There is something here that you should not have seen coming, but you did. And you're about to receive results of this preemptive action following your intuition that's going to surprise you. Your ability to read the signs is something your spirit guides are also really proud of you about. They want to let you know that they have been sending you a lot of scattered signs and synchronicities, but they've been leaving a trail for you to follow. So for example, if you've been seeing, say you see a cloud that is a particular shape, but there's a line of them, or every time you see that cloud, you know it's a yes, or you know that you're supposed to turn to the right, or something like this. Every time you see that sign, you kind of pick up the breadcrumb and you follow it because you know it's a breadcrumb trail. You're aware of the fact that sometimes things are smooth and other times they're not, but you're always able to pick up on what is going on and when this is going to happen. Very much like how all of the birds and the animals prepare before there's going to be a storm. Now, you might have messages in group number 1, but not necessarily. I only say that because the storm analogy came up, and there's actually a storm that is about to hit where I live, which is why that's kind of on the forefront of the analogies for me today. But it's important, group number 3, your spirit guides know that you know you make them proud. But there's something about where you're located that's very significant. The reason being, you being a light in a either shadowy, ominous place is an analogy they're showing me. They're also showing me you being, maybe you're highly empathic, and so you being around a ton of people is helping you to strengthen so much so that when you're removed from this very populous setting, you're able to be stronger and surprise yourself with how much you've really learned. Take this in however it resonates for you, but your spirit guides are proud of you for being able to withstand excess in order for you to have abundance. I'm going to get into your tarot cards. I just keep getting you're very good at reading the signs. You're very good at reading the signs. You always know when there's a storm coming, and you always know when it's about to blow over. You always are able to feel the wave when the storm will come. You're able to pick up on how large it's going to be and where it's going to hit. And you're going to be able to see how large, if you see it as a wave, you can tell by the swells how large the biggest wave will be. Therefore, you're able to see, based upon the recent tides, how far up to shore it will hit, how far back it will recede, and how much time there might be between the different sets. Okay, so you're able to infer a lot of information from the little breadcrumb trails that you're being left. Okay, and you might be the type to leave breadcrumb trails for others as well. They're showing me a TikTok that I gave the other day. When it turns time to give messages, oftentimes we're intuitive, and we receive messages, and then we receive messages to share, and then we receive context about the messages that we're called to share and why we're called to share the parts that we're called to share, and it kind of expands from there and gets more detail oriented, and why it's important that you're getting this message at this time and place, and you're able to understand the coding of why that message is put where it is, instead of just, 1, 2, 3, I'm on the right path but one foot in front of the other. It's a little bit more detailed. Why is it 1, 2, 3 and not 2, 3, 4? Why is it at this time instead of that time? Or why did you say yes to this, but you didn't say yes to the other thing that was actually a bigger yes, because it would have led you down the trail to hit your blessing instead of the trail that would have stressed you out, so on and so forth. But as the deliverer of messages, your spirit team is really, really proud of you for being able to infer so much from the signs that they're giving you. And for some of you, you might be an energy channeler. They're also showing me cicadas, how they only come out every few years or so, but it's a big deal when they do. So there's something here about the cicadas buzzing that is significant. I don't even live in a place where there are cicadas anymore. So that might be a sign for you. It might be cicada season. I'm not really sure, actually. We have 8 of air, licorice. Interesting. We have fennel coming out. Look at fennel seeds. Some of you might be interested in that. It is alkaline. It helps you to alkaline your system. Fennel seeds are great. Wonderful. Look at the Ayurvedic properties of fennel seeds. We also have 7 of fire coming out. So we have the 8 of swords and the 7 of wands. This means that you've been through a lot, but cinnamon brings in abundance. Your spirit guides are really, really proud of you, because no matter what situation shows up, if there is stress to be had, you already have it taken care of. Past you, your higher self, your spirit team, it's already been swept up. This is giving, if you know somebody's going to be entering your home and bringing crazy energy, you know that they're showing up before they knock on your door, so you tidy up, you cleanse your space, you set an intention to protect, to put a little bubble around that energy and remove it from your home after, or like while they're there, and then after they leave. It's like you do the timeline work beforehand. So it's like your past self and your future self have already done all of the work that you needed done so that you can experience abundance in the appropriate time and place. Now, they're showing me on the cinnamon card, this looks kind of like a little like Aztec or Mayan figure here. It actually reminds me a lot of a statue I saw yesterday when I was in Mexico. And so there's something here about that can be significant as well, like the Aztec. They're showing me, the Mayan calendar is what this looks like here with cinnamon. The girl loves horchata. Anyway, there is something here about, being able to predict something. I'm hearing, now this might be an analogy, this might be literal, but understanding why the Mayan calendar was off. And maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe what they meant to say was something else. Maybe the way that they calculated the astrological system versus the way we do it now, it's different. They used a different system. They calculated astrology every single day, whereas we set it into a different kind of framework that we have now. And we actually have some overflow days. And they didn't have a yearly system. They had a daily system. So there are certain things like this. You're able to understand the different systems and the different filters that are in play in order to find the precise message. You're able to see which context it's coming in through. For example, fennel seeds, Ayurveda, cinnamon. This brought me to like indigenous, I guess, Andean medicine. So you're able to see kind of through different lenses of perspective. And this is something your spirit team is really proud of you about. Now, we do have the Eight of Cups with valerian root, or valerian. Valerian root helps you to calm down. It's really nice. It's kind of a nice addition to lavender and chamomile and things like this. We do have a soothing nighttime tea coming out here with the valerian flower, and the Eight of Cups does indicate releasing something. We have 88, abundance, releasing the need to work so hard. Not an accident, synchronicity, but you work hard when it's time to work hard, and when it's time to rest, you have something stored for winter. Your spirit team is proud of you for weathering the storms in your own life. I don't know why, just this storm, all the birds are going crazy, all the dogs have been acting weird today. I'm feeling like jittery. I feel storms so strongly, especially the more that I practice spiritually. I don't know why I feel called to share this with you guys. But it's not an accident, it's a synchronicity. Also, your teeth are coming out too. Make sure that you are brushing your teeth an extra time a day if that resonates with you, or make sure you're flossing or something like this. If you're going somewhere, don't forget to pack your toothbrush. That's coming out too. And I'm also hearing diatomaceous earth. So that can be significant for some of you. That has a little fossils and things in it. Okay. Anyway, why is that coming out? I'm hearing shilajit, and I'm hearing diatomaceous earth. They're showing me dental health. Okay, this is going to be a lot of signs. They're showing me the Mayan calendar. They're showing me limon, but not lime. They're showing me limon. Okay, they're showing me cinnamon sticks. They're showing me somebody mixing horchata. They're showing me the druids. They're showing me the druids here. Walking through tall grass, walking through stone villages. They're showing me the Stone Age. They're showing me Brunaboan. I don't know how to say that. I'm so sorry. In Ireland. And there are fairy rings. They're proud of you because you're magical. They're proud of you because you release illusion. You speak the truth. You're able to bring anything back to center. Here's that alkaline energy. And then you're able to ascend it from there. Add fire to the flame. Cinnamon. But you always know when it's appropriate, and it's always sweet. Amon, cinnamon. They're showing me Amun-Ra, Egypt. There are a lot of different cultures coming out. Why our spirit guides are proud of you. What an interesting message. This is encrypted. This message is encrypted. Eight of Cups. Haha. With valerian. Two of Earth. Witch hazel. Witch hazel is an astringent. It's very, very good for you. We also have chamomile, which matches valerian, but we have the Page of Cups, Iha of Water, with the Eight of Cups with valerian. Valerian, oh my goodness. Some of you are polyglots, you're polylingual. With the Two of Earth, you are always very good at making the most astringent decision. It might be the one that stings in the moment, but it's always the one that's going to get the job done. It's always the one that's going to be healed the fastest. It's always the one that's going to lead towards healing, lead towards the highest vibrational, most productive, best future possible. And it might sting a little bit in the beginning, but it's true. Also, there might be something controversial that you put yourself towards, because witch hazel, as we know, it's a really, really nice facial toner, but it also is kind of alcoholic in nature. So some people are like, some people are ride or dies for witch hazel on their face, and other people are so against it. There's usually not too much of a middle ground there. And so there's kind of this energy of, is the Mayan calendar wrong, or is it misunderstood? Is witch hazel good for your face, or is it bad for your face? Were they really that technologically advanced in the Stone Age? Or is it just a synchronicity? But there's something here where you know that it's not an accident. Your teeth, the foundation, the spine, the kundalini, the different cultures. Well, is it Druid, or is it Ayurvedic, or is it Mayan? How are you looking at it? How are you looking at it? That's what your spirit guides are proud of you for. Your ability to see things through different perspectives. Your ability to translate things. Your ability to learn languages so quickly. Your ability to be able to meet anybody in their energy and bring it back to center. Not your center, not their center, but the center. Even your own energy, even someone else's. Even if it needs to sting in order to get there. But even when it stings, it's gentle. That's witch hazel. Even when it stings, it's gentle. And it's magical. And it's soothing and it's calming. They're showing me Valeria, and so that name could be significant. I'm also hearing, why don't you come on over, Valerie? I'm also hearing, why don't you come on over, Valerie? So there's something here about you standing out from the crowd, you leaving an imprint on others, but the imprint that you have is highly personalized, highly specialized. You could be a deliverer of messages yourself. Again, you could be a polyglot. You could be, I'm hearing polyphasic, like polyphasic sleeping schedules. I'm also hearing, there's something about you that is very, very multifaceted. And so how this is coming out as how your spirit guides are proud of you, I'm going to take a look at the last 2 cards that came out, and then we'll look at this in a more tarot-licious, definitious way. Tarot-licious definition, make the cards go loco. I'm sorry, we're just having fun here. Okay, we have Temperance with the big boy with Camellia. We have 5 of Fire with Black Cohosh. I'm not sure how to say that, I'm sorry. Your spirit guides are proud of you because you always listen to them. And when they tell you, don't ask, just do, you don't ask, you just do. Even if it stings a little bit. Even if it's, hey, I know that you really like this person, but no. Or, I know you really don't want to do this, and then let it go, but we're asking you to do it anyway. Those things, those hard things, you do them, you show up, because it cleanses you, it's good for you, it's good for, it's good for the mind, the body, the soul, just like a really good medicine. The best medicine tastes bitter, and you are not opposed to taking your medicine, group number 3, and you're not opposed to being the medicine for others either. This is why your spirit guides are proud of you. We have 5 of Fire as well, 5 of Wands. We have 7 and 5 of Wands, which are both cards of struggle, striving, making change. 7 and 5 is 12 of Wands, which would be, let's see, that would be the Knight of Wands. So you're able to find spiritual enlightenment by doing, yes, your shadow work, but by working really, really hard, by walking through the lesson the hard way, and knowing that there's something on the other side, knowing that no matter where you are in your journey, no matter what's going on, there's a lesson to be learned on the other side. And this is why your spirit guides are proud of you, because you know that there's a reason for every single season. You know that there's a reason that the storm is coming. You know that even if it's going to be destructive, even if it's going to be unfortunate, even if there are casualties, you still know that there's a reason. Because Mother Earth takes care of herself. She also provides for us. And everything isn't always divvied up on an individual scale, but it also very much is. From a higher perspective, we are all one. And so we have to trust that just as you trust your guides and you trust yourself, you trust Earth. Earth knows what she's doing just as much as you do, just as much as your guides do. You have this unshakable faith. And sometimes life gets a little bit astringent, but your guides are proud of you for toughing it out and taking your medicine. We do have the Page of Cups. They want to draw attention to quickly. The Iha of Water, Daughter of Water with the chamomile. There is a like mother-daughter kind of archetype that's coming out here. They're showing me mom in chamomile, and they're showing me Iha. So there's something here about you really, really healing maybe your relationship with your mother, your divine maternal energy, your divine feminine energy. There's this mature and childlike dynamic, this nurturing dynamic. Maybe you're a phenomenal caretaker. Your spirit guides are really proud of you for this as well. You've really gone the mile, okay? They're also showing me Il, which means God in some languages. The Divine Mother. Some of your friends really, really love you. Some of your spiritual friends who feel your spirit team is proud of you, okay? Because some of the people in your life who are spiritual like you are, or who have the same belief systems as you do, might not know anybody else in their life who not only believes in what they do, but is open about it, speaks about it. And so there are people who don't say so as often as you might like, or as one might expect, but they are coming forward as well as their higher selves being on your spirit team, or them being significant parts of your journey, coming through and saying, thank you for being there when I needed you, astrally, physically, emotionally, mentally, physically. Thank you for being a stronghold in your belief system for others to lean on when it's necessary. Thank you for saying the truth, even when it stings a little bit. Thank you for being gentle when I needed a gentle hand, a gentle shoulder. Thank you for fighting the good fight with me or for yourself so that you could show up better for me. These things are coming out as well. So your spirit guides, your spirit team, your spirit guides are really, really proud of you. They're really channeling through me. I'm sorry. That's why my communication's a little choppy on this guy. Because you're able to see and break any cycle at all. But you're also aware of when it's, because you have a higher perspective and you're aware of when it's necessary and when it's not. Some cycles are meant to go forever and some are not. Because a cycle, it's a circle, or here's the thing with, they're showing me this. Is it a circle? Because a circle is a spiral. Or is it infinite? Is it an infinity loop? Is it a cycle that's meant to be broken? Or is it a cycle that's meant to be broken or sustained? You're able to see and identify this. And this is part of the responsibility of being a co-creator. It's part of the responsibility of your intuition. It's part of the responsibility of being a healer or a shaman or a medicine person in any way, shape, or form. Because you're able to see what is appropriate in any given situation. Just like when you deliver messages, you're aware that if you omit one small detail, it is not it's not lying by omission. It is merely because if you say as much as you see, it might stray somebody from getting healed or from what they want. If you tell somebody what you want to happen isn't going to happen, but there's going to be something better. But if I tell you to hold out for something better, you're not going to do it. So you need to walk the path in order to get to what you want in the first place. And in that system, you get two blessings. Understanding why not only the signs are there, but why the lack thereof are there too. Reading underneath the scenes, underneath, in between the lines, underneath the surface. This is why your spirit guides are proud of you, because you see and hear every single thing that they say to you, and you listen, but you also hear and see every single thing that they don't say to you, and you listen to that too. And you're able to pay this forward to others. You always speak the truth, and you always deliver it with love. And you're able to, they're showing me with the mortar and pestle here on the cinnamon card, you're able to divvy things up in a way that is easily dissolvable, easily soluble in water, easily digestible. You know that if you add a spoonful of sugar, it helps the medicine go down. But just like Mary Poppins, just like Nanny McPhee, oftentimes you are there when you're needed and not wanted, and when you're wanted but not needed, you must go. And so there's this energy of responsibility about you too, where you're able to understand what is appropriate and when and what is not. And so because of this, they're proud of you. But we say this gently, they also would love to see you enjoy the sacredness of your own energy. They would like to see you feel, not just know, not just act through, not just understand, but feel how proud they are of you. They're saying that's your homework today. Group number 3, your spirit guides. They're very proud of you because you know when to speed up and you know when to slow down. You know when you're being given a door of opportunity. You know when you need to walk through some brush to get there. You know when when you're telling yourself something that's not true, even if it's not fun to look at that in the face. You know when you're telling yourself something that you're very much aware of the difference between your higher self, your intuition, your truth, and what you might find is convenient to tell yourself based upon your preconceived notions, your social conditioning, or anything like that. You're very much aware when something is not meant for you, but you kind of want to say yes to it anyway. You already know. And so you don't. So you listen, even when it's hard, even when it's a bit stingy. You are very patient, but you're also authoritative. It's in a loving way. But it's because you're patient and because you listen even when it stings that you get to be authoritative. And because of that, with the temperance here, you are so guided, but you listen to your guidance. You don't just hear it, you listen to it. You've been through a lot, group number 3, and your spirit guides are proud of all of the life that you've lived, all of the life that has been given to you to live, to work through, so that you can be who you are today. There's something here about you gave yourself certain challenges, certain difficulties, certain obstacles, certain struggles, so that you could grow into the person that you wanted to be, the good old-fashioned way. And that's something that can never be taken away from you. You're starting to grow in ways that might surprise you, and it's happening in a peaceful, calm, luxurious, release kind of energy, and they're proud of you for this as well. You are very capable, and you can make anything happen, but you don't want that. You want to follow the flow. You want to release striving so hard. And you want to kick back and relax, and you want to feel what it's like to not just jump when you're told jump, to not just tell yourself I want to feel this, I want to do this. Yeah, I know I'm feeling myself, so I'm just gonna omit my desires, because you've already grown past that. And that's what your spirit guides are proud of you about too. Maria is coming out, the name Maria. As well as there's this song from the musical The Sound of Music. There's a song that's like, how do you solve a problem like Maria? There's something here where your spirit guides they're very proud of you for your ability to problem solve and to decipher the messages that are put in front of you. And that is why your video game level has been set on hard from the very beginning. And they're proud of you for making your way all the way through this, because there are a lot of indications here that you didn't have to in any sense of that term. I'm going to leave that there gently. But there's also something here about your dedication to your path, your dedication to the light, your dedication to your belief system, to perhaps your ancestors. They're showing me an ofrenda, and they're showing me this skull here, so death and rebirth. Also, this kind of looks like a rosary or a japamala to me. There's something here about your dedication. If you have an altar set up, your spirit guides are proud of you for setting up your altar. They're proud of you for showing up, for your dedication to yourself, to your guides, to God, source, universe, light, whatever you resonate with. You're very healing. And in order to see others deeply, you must see yourself first deeply, putting the ego aside. And they're proud of you for doing that. In order to heal others radically, you have to heal yourself radically. And your spirit guides are proud of you for being able to do that. In order to help and guide others through the maze of life, exceptionally, you have to walk an exceptionally hard maze in order to learn the critical thinking strategies, in order to help others through that. And no matter what life looks like, you know that you can fall back on your faith. No matter what storm is to come, you know that it's intentional. No matter what stings, you know that it's healing. And no matter what heals, you know that it can still grow. They're showing me the movie Ella Enchanted. It's kind of a Cinderella story-esque spin-off vibe, if you've seen that. They're showing me how, like, love breaks the curse. Love always breaks the curse. You always do what you're told. Sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse. But they're showing me how, in this reading, I've stumbled a few times between saying spirit guides and spirit team. And I'll have the intention to say one and the other will come out. And they're showing me that there's kind of this dynamic here between, are you a team with your guides, or are they guiding you? And they're saying it's kind of both. We have strength in King of Swords. That's why they're proud of you, because you're strong enough to be on the team with your spirit guides astrally. It's like not only do you take advice from maybe your future self or your higher self or source or whatever version of you that's out there that's high vibrational that you resonate with, your soul, you are that. So in your physical vessel, you are a team with those spirits. You don't just listen and obey obediently, and that was something that you needed to learn and walk through too. We have strength with the King of Swords, as I just mentioned. Is this the Lover's card? Yes, it is. They're proud of you for making the right choice every time. And they're showing me someone going through rose petals saying, they love me not. They love me not. And it always comes back to they love me. Your spirit guides are proud of you because regardless of your desires, you always are able to do what is right and what is just, and that leads you towards your ultimate desires. And that is hard. Everybody doesn't have to walk a path like that. Everyone doesn't have to walk a path like that in order to achieve their life path and their soul's desires, their goals. But those that do know that it's a struggle. Okay, they're showing me Dolores Cannon. Some people have resting lives, some people have active lives, some people have warrior lives, some people are incarnate guides, some people are from all over the place. We are just bits and pieces of energy incarnate, and everything is possible. The universe is infinite, so take any particle you could possibly imagine and incarnate it as a human. That's essentially the dice roll we have going on this planet, more or less. And so they're showing me, like, everybody doesn't need to walk a path where they have to constantly say no or constantly get things taken away from them, constantly put down, constantly make the choice to do the right thing instead of having what they want or doing what they want or experiencing the life that they want. And because of that, you've earned so very much, and they're so proud of you for making the hard decision time and time and time again, because there are a lot of things that you could have done that would have made you happy but left you unfulfilled in the soul. And you continued to walk your path even when it was hard, even when you didn't want to. They said, keep going, child, it will be okay, and you did. And they're really, really proud of you, and they want you to know that you're seen. You're seen. Okay. Page of Wands. I'm hearing inspired, inspirational. You are inspired, you are inspirational. Your presence here is so significant. There's this energy about you, like maybe when you incarnated here on earth, or maybe when you walk into a room, or when you tap into your spirit guides, there's just this energy of group number 3 is here. Have no fear, group 3 is here. And you are an inspiration, you are an astringent, you are a healer, you are an inspiration, a muse to many. Many more than you think, many more than you realize. I'm hearing pile 3 will never realize the impact that they've had on others, because that's just who they are. Because they're too busy making the impact to realize the size of the impact. But they'll see it. They're saying they'll see it when they're on our side. So that's beautiful. And a bit of an astringent message in and of itself. Group 3, why are your spirit guides proud of you? They're saying for choosing to incarnate as who you are, for choosing to incarnate in the family line that you did, for choosing to incarnate into the path with the mission that you did. This is giving Ascended Master, it's giving Earth Angel, it's giving Starseed, it's giving Old Soul that had the option to take a resting life, but instead decided to give it one last go in order to apply the wisdom and just take a burden away from one more soul. Just make that much more of a difference. To finish the marathon and then turn back around and carry that person on their back that hurt their ankle and didn't want to stop the journey. Your spirit guides are really proud of you, group 3. Holy SHIT. And it's not an accident either, it's a synchronicity, and you know that. You're able to see straight through everything. Even your body, even the auras of others, the astral bodies, the Akashic records. You're able to see through all of it, through the 12th dimension, through the earth, through the void, through space. And they're proud of you for staying grounded and still growing, even though it's scary to embody some of those energies and maintain a grounded vessel, because I'm just hearing some things are experimental. Some things are still experimental, but you chose to be a guinea pig in some way. Because you have the medicine. They showed me this because you have the medicine. 8 of Cups coming out again, twofer. Your spirit guides are proud of you because you walk away from pain and lead towards truth, knowledge, information. Some of you share vulnerable parts of yourself on social media. Some of you read a lot of maybe like healing books, or you learn a lot about healing professions or how to walk away from something. They're giving me the name of a book that was gifted to me once that the title is so inappropriate that I cannot say it on my channel because it will get demonetized and flagged and is highly triggering. But that's exactly the vibe. Your life is like that. And many don't see this, but your spirit team does. They are glad that you are on their team and that you're able to connect with them the way that you do, because it's oh so beautiful and oh so unique, and they're so proud of you. They want you to know that you're going to have a rest in the near future. And they're saying, rest your weary bones. Okay, and we also have Iha of water, we have Curandera of fire, Damiana, we also have Iha of fire with the California poppy. And they're showing me in the Wizard of Oz, when they run through the poppy field, going to the Emerald City, but there's poppies, and there's been a spell on the poppies, and they all pass out. They all just fall behind. And also poppies are, there's a message coming out here for you as well about, you don't become affected by the storm. Rather, you receive the storm warning, you give the storm warning, and you evacuate the masses. There's an energy like that that's coming out as well, where you don't need, you could have been oblivious to the fact that there was a storm coming. You could have not trusted your intuition or the weather and not gathered supplies. You didn't need to tell everybody and lead them out of the town or out of the city, or however this resonates. They're showing me Pompeii. This is giving the you say you have a past life in Pompeii, or you're there or whatever, and the volcano speaks to you. Instead of saying, the volcano didn't speak to me, that's silly, or I need to run, you said, I don't care how this sounds. The volcano has spoken to me. I've made preparations, and we need to get everyone out of here. And you start evacuating people, and sure enough, the volcano does erupt. But I'm hearing the song Tell It to the Volcano by the Miniature Tigers, so maybe there will be messages in there for you. That's actually also a good album, that one. I'm also hearing the song Boomerang by them. There's this energy here where you make people do a double take. And your spirit guides are proud of you for this too, because you don't care how you look. You are a walking spirit guide in some way or another. You are a healer. You are able to see the signs that are there, but you're also able to pick up on what's not there and take that as a sign too. You're able to understand that you'll get your time, you'll get your day, you'll get your moment, you'll get your rest, you'll get your appeasement. But your sense of love, your sense of justice, your sense of, no, I have to do it. I have to do it for the children. I have to do it for those who don't believe. I have to do it and it's not in a self-sacrificing energy. It's in a compassionate humanitarian energy. And this is who you are all the way down to your core, group 3. So your spirit guides are so proud of you. If you can hear that scratching, my little lizard, my little Bubba Chad, he's taking a nap today, and that's the sound of him snuggling up. He scratches scratches his substrate and snuggles into his terrarium. There's just this energy of they're showing me someone who falls asleep in an uncomfortable position, and you pick them up and you carry them to bed and you tuck them in their blanket and kiss them on the forehead and wish them sweet dreams and put a crystal under their pillow and bid them adieu and ask for your angels to be around them. And you didn't have to do that. You weren't the one that fell asleep, and maybe you're a little sore from leg day, but how can you see someone that you love so much like that and not tuck them in, not give them a kiss goodnight? And there's this energy like this where it doesn't matter who or what or when or where or why or how, you will be there because you're love. No matter how hard the process is, no matter how long the journey is, that's who you are. That's why your spirit team is so proud of you, because whatever it is that you're out here doing, you don't have to be doing it. And you know that at the core of your being too. That's why you've chosen to be who you are. You've chosen the path that you're walking, because whatever it is that you're doing, you're making a difference and you don't have to be. But you're the one that can listen to the volcano. You're the one that can read the Mayan calendar. You're the one that can understand the fairy rings. It's not an accident. It's a synchronicity. And because you can see that, because you can speak that, because you can act through that, because you can do something about it, you do. That's why your spirit team is proud of you, group 3. I just keep getting, you'll get your rest. You'll get your rest. I'm hearing again, now I lay me down to sleep. I prayed the Lord my soul to keep. I really want you to listen to your blessings reading from Cherish, you guys. This is, as you know, a collab with Venusian Soul Tarot, and she's doing what blessings your spirit team is sending your way. I really, really want you guys to check that out. I really, really do. Because you guys are amazing. Okay. Why is your spirit team proud of you? Group number 3. You have the Herb Crafters Tarot, by the way. This is the Tarot of the Little Prince, and this is my Follow Your Heart Oracle deck. We have Holding Space. Oh my god. Okay, group 3. Why is your spirit team proud of you? Yes, I'm getting choked up. You guys can hear it. Okay. Why is Group 3 Spirit Team proud of them? I'm hearing, why wouldn't we be proud of you? Psychometry and clair abilities. You already know. You already know, because every time we touch, I get this feeling. Psychometry. Because you're able to measure everything. You're able to feel everything. You're able to feel when the storm's coming. You don't have to wait for the clouds. You don't have to wait for the waves. You don't have to wait for the evacuation of the masses, the chaos. You feel it coming first. And you're able to get a jump start on it. You're able to intuit what's there, but also what's not there. That is a gift. And it's not because you just woke up one day magical. It's because you rolled up your sleeves and you said, no, let's do this the sure way. Let's do this the hard way. Let's do this the tried and true way. And in doing so, you've healed yourself and you've evacuated the masses. Or something akin to that. Release what doesn't serve you. Your spirit guides have seen you release so many things. Turn down a job. They've seen you turn down jobs. They've seen you turn down people. They've seen you cut people out. They've seen you have hard relationships in your life. They've seen you not get heard. They've seen you, some of you lose your home. They've seen some of you lose jobs. They've seen some of you lose every single bit of your life. Every single thing that gave you love and happiness and joy. Every piece. And find yourself again. It's not because that's what you wanted to do in this life. It's because you can do it and you knew that. So when it happens, you just brushed it off and you stood back up and you found yourself again. And because you could do it and because you're okay now, you show other people that they can do it and that they can be okay now. You release what doesn't serve you, but you also released what did. Your spirit team is proud of you for taking the hard path, the hard road, for understanding that when you're walking through something that you love so much, even if it's a temporary situation and you know it's a temporary situation, you stay to enjoy the moment and you let it go when it's time. Why are your spirit teams proud of you? Some of these almost came out and didn't, and what finally flipped is befriend your ego. Back of the deck, signal from Sirius. You are so strong. Your soul is strong. Your body is strong. Your emotions are strong. Your mind is strong. Your spirit team is proud of you for knowing that you can. I'm hearing, I think I can. No matter what. Your spirit team is proud of you for trusting that when things end, it's for a reason. Trusting that when they say, not right now, it's for a reason. Letting yourself make friends. Along the way, there's something here about it being hard for you to open up. Allowing yourself to open up and stay soft, stay vulnerable, have faith, even when it's hard, even when you've been knocked down, even when you lose every single thing that you know and love. Being able to be gifted new seeds and trusting that you can revitalize the soil and eventually plant those seeds and eventually have fruit and live to tell the story. But because you did the work to revitalize the soil, you know what the soil needs. Not because someone told you, not because you read it in a book, because you were there. Because you experienced the loss. Because you did it the hard way, you rolled up your sleeves. And that is why your spirit team is proud of you, group number 3. What a reading. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation. Please go check out the blessings that are coming your way, because if anyone deserves a group 3, hey. So go check out her part of your reading there. Like, comment, and subscribe if this resonated with you, or if you want to support my channel, or help spread this message to others that might resonate with it or need it. And I hope you have an amazing and beautiful rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. Namaste. Hi there, group 4. Namaste. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at why your spirit guides are proud of you. And you selected the 4th group with Rooted in Gratitude. And as soon as I sat down to give your message, I had something channeled directly to me to share to you. So I will pass this along. Group number 4, some of the spirit team that you have, you share with other people that you know. There is someone on your spirit team, one of your spirit guides you share with somebody that you know incarnate here. And they're saying thank you for watching over them. Thank you for taking care of them. Thank you for being a shoulder to cry on or someone to lean on or something like this. Now you selected the Rooted in Gratitude card, which means that you're very good at having a positive attitude, you're very good at finding gratitude in all situations, and at the same time, you might be a very strong energy worker, energy transmuter, or you're just very anchored in love and light. And so your spirit guides are really, really proud of you for your ability to stay focused on what's important in life. There's an energy of priorities that's kind of coming through as well, and being able to celebrate when it's necessary, being able to know when enough is enough, kind of just having a very tempered energy about you. I'm getting group number 4 that your spirit team is very proud of you because you are well informed, or you inform others. You could be a speaker or someone who shares messages. You can also be someone who's just very educated or takes a little bit of an educator role in your life or in the lives of others. Your spirit team is really proud of you, group 4, because you're able to see, I'm hearing what is you and what is yours versus what belongs to somebody else. So, for example, if somebody gets really upset and it genuinely has nothing to do with you, you're able to separate what belongs to you from what doesn't. You might be an empath. You might have learned how to separate your magnetic versus your electric energies. There's definitely something going on here where your spirit guide wants to let you know that they're proud of you for being able to know what's yours, when to take responsibility, and know when something's not yours and it's not your responsibility. Now, you're definitely some sort of educator, but there is an energy of you seeing things from a higher perspective, but staying grounded at the same time, which is really cool because I actually love this energy of being really grounded, being really rational, being able to apply things in a 3D, tangible, physical way, but also having it anchored in light, anchored in truth, anchored in spirit. It's beautiful. A beautiful duality, a clear and open channel is why they're proud of you. So some of you might be a channel, others of you might like to meditate, or you might just have a really clear connection. Oh, you have the Empress card with the rose. Look how pretty this is with the honeycomb. I love this deck. You are able to create, okay, your spirit guides are proud of your ability to create, your creativity, your inspiration, your ability to take on a nurturing, intuitive, and empathetic role in your life. Very compassionate. Compassion's coming out quite a bit for you. And your ability to grow something. Maybe you're really nice to plants. Maybe you are vegan or vegetarian. Maybe you are really nice to animals. Maybe you feed birds on the street, or you break for chipmunks, or there's something like that coming out. I'm hearing a bona fide Snow White. Not the whole story, hopefully, but that they're showing me that that fairy tale, singing to the animals and they sing back, or when all the mice are helping Cinderella sew her dress, things like that. They're proud of you for something that you've built on your own, or with something that you've built individually but alongside others. This is giving maybe you do a really good job at your work and somebody else does a really good job at their work, and then together you put it together and it's a beautiful puzzle piece. It's a beautiful image. It's a beautiful creation. They're showing me a group project. You always show up, and they're showing me through O's. They're showing me the term ase. Okay, so that can be significant for some of you. Some of you are writers, or you want to write something, or there's something you've been wanting to write, or you have. They're really proud of you for that too. They really want to have a moment to recognize your accomplishments in this life. There's something where you put one foot in front of the other, and you continue to move every step of the way. They're showing me this beaded like a rosary. You're able to complete one cycle, and then have a success, and then complete another cycle, and then have another success. They're showing me literally a rosary, they're set up in prayer beads, and then every 10 Hail Marys there's an Our Father. So they're kind of showing me a novena, which is interesting. You might be very dedicated to your faith. You could love to pray for others. They're very proud of you because you hold a lot of space for others. You're a very grateful person. You always put your mind to whatever it is you're going to do, and you're very grounded and rational. I'm hearing the phrase critical thinking as well. So why are you proud of group number 4? Angel, spirits, and guides. Spirit team, please. Group number 4. Spill the tea. Why are you proud of group number 4? Because they're amazing. They're reminding me that the Empress, it's a maternal archetype, and they're showing me the zodiac sign of Cancer. Now, I know number 3 itself is Gemini, but they're showing me Cancer. There's something here about you being gentle, chamomile. You being gentle, you being intuitive, you being very nourishing, but also you are someone that people always know they can rely on. And your spirit team is grateful for you for doing this. They're proud of you for Cayenne being a little, some of you might have a little bit of a bite to you. Okay. You always move through love. You always move through gratitude. And some of you guys help others in ways that you don't have to. Or you help others in ways that you would like to be helped yourself. And you're also you're very passionate. You're very fun. Your spirit guides are proud of you for finding the fun in your life. And they're also proud of you for trusting that certain things are for your highest good. You're also very good at uprooting things that don't serve you with the Hangman here, okay? They're showing me how this is a root, and then there are all these runes on these cards too. Some of you might be getting into divination or strengthening your spiritual gifts, and they're really proud of you for taking on this role or taking on something here. We do have kind of, they were showing me a rosary on the Empress Rose card, and they're showing me the runes on the Hanged Man Burdock card. So there's kind of this duality here about you being this and that, you being yin and yang, you being able to exist amongst duality but not be tied down to it. And they're really proud of you for this too, because this indicates that you've learned the lesson of masculine, you've learned the lesson of feminine, you transcended duality, and now you're able to utilize your full tool belt. You're able to tap in with one thing when it serves you, another when it serves you, and you're able to, you don't have any energy blockages. They're very proud of you for working through everything, and they're really proud of you for letting yourself enjoy the process, to get a little creative with it too. I'm hearing this song 4 Simple Words by Frank Turner. So there's kind of this energy for you guys where your spirit team is proud of you for figuring out what you want, going for it, letting yourself be, I'm hearing like an inventor or innovative, or they're drawing attention to something that you've created here. For being innovative, for being bold enough, for maybe to live your own life, to have fun, to create something, to do something that's maybe a little bit different, or to go out on a limb and do something. There's also something about you doing something uncommon. They're showing me how on the Hanged Man, this is of course a changed perspective, and they're showing me the runes on the tarot cards. They're also showing me that we have a lot of herbs coming out, but one of them is a root. And they're saying you use all parts of the plant. And that can be an analogy, that can be literal as well. Maybe you're the kind of person who forages for food. Maybe you've learned how to forage. Maybe you eat dandelions. Maybe you eat the shamrocks. There's something here where your spirit team is proud of you for learning how to cohabitate with Earth. You are both inventive, innovative, and you're also traditional and practice ancient something. And they love this. They love this. They're so proud of you for being able to intertwine yin and yang, the old with the new, the fresh with the traditional. And you're able to always kind of see things from a higher perspective in that sense. For example, you honor traditions, you honor traditions, you honor culture, but you're also aware when there's systemic change that is needed. And not only are you aware of this, but you're able to act appropriately and accordingly in each situation. You might know when it's best to, for example, take somebody's hand with both of your hands when you're shaking it out of a sign of respect. You know what color roses to send in order to signify romance or friendship or respect or love. You know what tea to make in order to balance the energy field of the person that you are hosting. You're also able to have fun. You're very, very well-rounded, and they're proud of you for this too. They're also proud of you for learning how to express yourself in a way that perhaps you were taught not to, or in a way that goes against tradition, or in a way that is innovative, or in an innovative society or community, you are traditional. There's something here about bringing tradition and structure to a creative and innovative space, and bringing creativity and innovation in a structured traditional space. And that is balance. You walk the balanced path everywhere that you go, and your spirit guides are so proud of you for this. Group number 4. They want you to know that they've seen your past, and they've seen you make realizations, close out chapters. They see your dreams, and they see where you've been, and they see what you want, and they understand why. And they're proud of you for piecing these things together yourself as well. There's something here about understanding why you like the things you like, why you've been drawn towards certain things. Instead of just kind of following your path blindly, you have a higher perspective of it. And you see the good, the bad, the light, the dark, the helpful, the unhelpful, the productive, the leisurely, and everything. And there's not one right or wrong. There are different perspectives. And you're able to honor these. But apart from that, you're also able to use all parts of the plant. Notice on the chamomile, there are the actual flowers, the petals that are in here. We have the honeycomb, not just the honey, we have the comb. And there are the different parts of a rose. Oh, a rosary can be significant for you. They're showing me here, this looks actually a lot like a rosary that I have from Lourdes that is made out of roses, and it smells like roses, and it's beautiful. So something like that can be significant for you as well. But they're also showing me the grotto of Lourdes. So there's something here about having like a magical, mystical healing property, or at least knowing where to find it. And they're showing me the star card in my mind's eye. So something about your wants, your needs, your desires, your humanitarianism, your connection with healing, and perhaps maybe social media or a book that you've written, something that you've put out there to be seen. They're really proud of you for. Your spirit guides are proud of you for wearing your heart on your sleeve. They're saying the good, the bad, and the ugly, and taking a look at the good and saying, well, this can be tempered out here. Taking a look at the bad and saying this can be tempered out here. And you're creating this beautiful woven braid of energy that is as tough as a rope. They're showing me Rapunzel's hair, how it can't be like broken. And there's something like that because you have the balance to every situation. Someone might say, this is so bad, and you'll find the optimism behind it. Someone might say, this is perfect, and you'll say, okay, well, temper it out a little bit. Not in a way where you're trying to bring anything other than neutrality to the situation, because you're aware that the emotional state is a roller coaster. You're also aware that it's important to follow your heart and to honor your emotions and to feel things out. But it's also important to draw everything back to gratitude for the big things, the little things, and everything in between. And anything that is strayed a little too far to the right or a little too far to the left, you're able to just take it and cross it over the center. Say, I honor this, and I cross it over gratitude. And I honor this, and I cross it over gratitude. And you're able to weave this beautiful braid. Some of you might like to wear your hair in braids. I'm also hearing all the lovely ladies wore flowers in their hair. That's from Ferdinand the Bull. And it's also the name of a dance that I performed in college. Anyway, with the Seven of Air, they're showing me Kali here. And I'm also hearing Caliuches for some reason with roses. Okay, so there can be something there. Your spirit team wants you to know that they're proud of something that you make. Some of you are artists, some of you are musicians, others of you are authors, some of you are content makers or herbalists, or you crochet cute things. Maybe you make runes by hand or you carve things. They're really proud of what you've built with your hands. They're very, very proud of the grounded tactical steps that you've made. Your ability to piece something together. They're showing me you taking something, making a painting, hand carving it into puzzle pieces, taking it apart, creating a box from scratch, decorating the box, putting each individual piece in the box, then opening the box and putting the entire puzzle back together. And they're saying that they're really proud of you for something that you've built because it took a lot of time, persistence, and dedication to, first of all, figure out what material to make, decide what painting you were going to put on the picture, and then learn how to paint, and then execute it properly, and then learn how to cut an accurate line, learn how puzzles work so that you can do so, make sure that everything is equal sized, measure it out. There's so much more time and dedication and growth and information and there's such a larger process behind the scenes of something that you do that they want to say that they're proud of you for. They want you to know that they see your entire process. For some of you, your artistic process, your mental process. And they're proud of you for learning about this, for finding it, for implementing it, for growing it, and for sticking to it. That's another one that's coming up strongly too. Some of you might start a lot of projects and not finish them, but there's something that you stick to, or there are a few things that you've stuck to, and they want to say that they're proud of you for sticking to this. They're proud of you for being yourself. There's something about you, group 4, where you are a rare breed. They're showing me eucalyptus, and they're showing me koalas, they're showing me giraffes, and so there's something here where they want to honor you and let you know that they're proud of you for growing into the fullest version of yourself. And they're showing me the ugly duckling. So you might be a swan around a bunch of ducks, and maybe it was weird because you're different and you are different. Maybe you're a different shape, a different size, a different color, a different personality, different character traits, different instincts. And so with that, you kind of just honored who you were. You said, no, I meant to do this. I feel this. This is who I am. This is exactly who I am. And you just grew into that. You didn't try to shapeshift yourself into a duck. You didn't try to shapeshift yourself into having a different persona or character. You just kind of honored that you were amongst ducks for a reason. Maybe you didn't know what you were, but you found out eventually. Or maybe you were able to find the other swans, but you were able to, maybe weave love and gratitude between the swans and the ducks, bring peace. I'm getting a little far out with my analogy here, but I wanted me to share that. A bridge between worlds is coming out as well. Some of you might be mediums, and they're proud of you for opening this up. Maybe it was scary for you. Maybe you were outcast for things like this. There's something that you do that is unique to you, at the very least, around the setting that you were brought up in. And your ability to stick to it, to say, no, I know that if I plant this, there will be something good at the roots. And when you finally do, you find that there was indeed something good at the roots, and you stuck to it, even though you couldn't see what was growing beneath the ground. You could only see the few blades of grass, the couple stems, a couple leaves that were growing above ground. But you said, no, I know there's something. I know there's something in here. I know that there is. And you kept having faith in it. You kept watering it. And so your spirit guides are really, really proud of you for this. They're proud of you as well for your... interesting. They're saying towards your approach towards love. Okay, so some of you, this can be self-love, this can be romantic love, it can be love as a topic, from a spiritual or universal standpoint. This can be maybe you've learned a lot through your relationships with others, or maybe you have a unique or new perspective towards love. I think one of these flipped over. It'll show itself if it's meant to. So that's coming out as well. They're proud of you for your perspective on love. And they're showing me as well this spiral shell here, and they say that when you put it up to your ear you can hear the ocean. And I once had somebody gift this type of shell to me, a conch shell, and they said every time you put it up to your ear you'll be able to hear me tell you that I love you. And I kind of tied those synchronicities together in a sense where that was the universe telling me that. Yes, it was that person, but it was also the universe. And when I hear the ocean waves, I hear that the ocean loves me. And I put that shell up to my ear, and it reminds me that that person loves me, and that the ocean loves me, and that the thing that made the ocean loves me, and all the things within the ocean love me, and I love them too. And it's just this beautiful connective energy. And they showed me this conch shell and showed me that like precious little gem of a memory of mine. And there's something here about all that you've been through being ammo to carry on the next leg of your journey. And so they don't want to give too much away because this is why they're proud of you, but they want to say that they're proud of you for finishing your preparation process for the next chapter of your life, which is something you've been working really hard towards, and they want to see and honor that, and they're very, very proud of you. There seems to be something large and exciting in your energy field that is on its way for you. It's pressurizing here, and it's making something beautiful, and it might seem like it's happening slowly, but once it does start, it's going to open the floodgates and come really quickly. And this is with the 7 of air, and it's going to make sure that something doesn't happen to you again. Okay, this is going to make sure that you don't need to relearn a lesson, you don't need to reset a boundary, you don't need to re-defend yourself against something. This is something that's going to be big and beautiful, but it's also going to ensure that something doesn't happen to you again that may not have been pleasurable for you in the first place. I want to say that they're proud of you for building... My voice cracked. They want to say that they're proud of you for building a foundation, or for sticking to something, for creating something, or continuing and finishing the preparation process for this next chapter of life. They don't want to give too much away, but they've seen you. They're showing me a little like scene here. They're showing me that they're proud of you for trusting which way is up. They're kind of showing me how this is like I can't remember what it's called. The thing that Death holds, his little hatchet thingy mabob, okay? This transformation of yours, it's been a long time coming. You've been working on it for a long time. Alfalfa is like literally lush. When I think of alfalfa, I think lush, beautiful, new beginnings, abundance. But it's also the Ten of Swords card, which indicates walking away from burdens, starting something new. And of course we have his little doohickey here. I'm sorry. And it's popping out of all this alfalfa, and they're showing me trusting that if you feel like you're drowning and you're trying to swim towards the current, away from the current, whatever, if you release and let go, your body's going to float. And you will always find your way back to the top, back towards the air. Even if you are getting tossed around in waves, even if you don't know which way's up, even if you feel like you're losing your breath, if you can hold out and you don't intake any poison, you don't drink the salt water, you don't try to breathe in the water, if you're able to hold out and you just trust, you will always float, you'll always find the surface. And that's what they're showing me with this coming through. And you found the surface, and you've transformed yourself, and you started something new. And you decided to be gentle with yourself, drain your nervous system, give yourself some self-love, and they're proud of you for this. They're proud of your ability to pick up the pace and trust that your story is your story for a reason, and that there's a good, a bad, an ugly, a neutral, and everything in between that's in there. And there's a reason for that as well. And what you choose to focus on, the gratitude, is what's most important of all, and they're proud of you for figuring that out. I'm also hearing the song Dock of the Bay, so that can be significant. And I'm hearing the part where he's like, I left my home in Georgia. So maybe some of you had to like leave your home, or there was some sort of unstable home or something like this that's going on that they're just giving a nod to. You'll know if it's for you. I mean, they want to let you know that they're proud of you for working through that as well. We have the Emperor, the Emperor with the Empress. Some of you, I'm hearing to just tell you, if you know, you know, and don't doubt it. And they're proud of you for that as well. Others of you, okay, what's going on? The Emperor card with the Empress. Again, we have masculine, we have feminine, we have the Empress is doing something and the Emperor is not. And that's kind of funny because Emperor is masculine and masculine is active, and feminine is, Empress is feminine and feminine is receptive. But on these cards, we have the polarities, we have the balancing energies of them too, so that can be significant for you. Four of Cups with the Death card. Ooh, marigolds. Oh, I love marigolds. Now, marigolds are actually often utilized in ancestral ceremonies or with mediumship in order to help earth-walking spirits, passed on loved ones, and ancestors find their way either home to their final resting place, to their loved ones, to an altar or ofrenda. They're also meant to help to honor and be a grounded lighthouse for the souls. And we have all these butterflies here as well on the Death card. You might be a medium, and this is very interesting. Only take this if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But some of you might help passed on souls with unfinished business, or some of you might help incarnated souls with their unfinished business. However this resonates for you, your spirit team is proud of you for this. And with the Four of Cups here with the Mint, you are a breath of fresh air, a sip of cold water on a hot day to those that you come into contact with, or just to your spirit team in general. They're drawing attention to the message I got right in the beginning, where there are some people in your life where you and them share some of the same spirit teams, or some of the same guides on your spirit team. And they want to thank you for being a place where this person or these people can stop and drink water, where they can stop and refresh themselves, where they can ground or anchor their energy, where they can find a lighthouse home, where they can follow the butterfly migration and know that they're heading in the right direction, where they can release themselves for a moment and they know that they're going to float. You're an important energetic anchor in this realm, regardless of what you do or how you do it. And your spirit guides are really, really proud of you for being strong enough, balanced enough, honorable enough, and dedicated enough to devote yourself to seeing the all in everything. That's a really beautiful message. Your spirit guides are proud of you for getting to that point, for doing something with it, for mastering it, for teaching it, and ultimately to letting it go. I'm going to pull, this is the Herb Crafter's Tarot that I used today. Gorgeous, gorgeous deck. I've had forever, and I only pull it out for special occasions. And I'm using the Tarot of the Little Prince, and then I'll be closing out with my Follow Your Heart Oracle deck, the infamous, available on my Etsy shop. Also, I'm getting to tell you the Little Prince could be significant for you as well, that storyline. I've been using this deck in all the readings, but this is the only one that I felt called to say this for. There's somebody like staring at me right now. Like there's a perfect stranger staring at me right now. I live on the top floor of my building, and so I can see somebody that's like on the sidewalk, like far away from me, and they're like staring at me, like giving this reading right now. So there's something here about you being watched. Okay, let's focus on work. Your spirit guides are proud of you because you can stay focused. You can be a breath of fresh air towards energies around you, and some people in your life might see you as a bridge to their spirit guides. You might help people tap into their spirit guides. Again, you could be a medium. You could help people make decisions, important decisions. Some of you, I'm hearing divorce lawyer or something like that. Interesting. Some of you could be a lawyer or help people with like settlements or help people make decisions. You could be like a, what's it called? Like a financial advisor or something like that. You're an advisor, whether it's on purpose or not. Maybe you do make puzzles, or maybe you make art, but the art that you make, it leaves an impact on people. It asks the question why, or it begs the question how, or when, or something. You get people to think, but you don't impose the answer, but it's balanced. So with the Magician here, your spirit guides are proud of you for all the manifestations that you've been working on behind the scenes. When you couldn't see the road ahead, that's something too. They're proud of you for they keep saying like holding out for when it was your turn to float, holding out for when you breach, for when you reach the surface. Bro, why are you staring at me? Love and light, bro, but why? Okay, we have the Hierophant Emperor twice coming out, okay. High Priestess, Empress again, oh my god. You have the Emperor and the Empress coming out twice. Okay. I'm hearing you've been displaced for a reason. Okay, so there's a reason that you were submerged. And there's a reason you're resurfacing, so that you can understand that you weren't just surfaced, you were resurfaced. That you weren't just existing. You were existing and there was a whole other world. In the ocean, or in space, or in artistry, or something like this. Your intuition is so strong. Okay, your spirit team is very proud of your psychic development. Okay, if they could brag about you to anyone about anything regarding you, it would be your spiritual and psychic abilities. We have the Hierophant with the High Priestess and the Empress and the Emperor coming out twice. Your synchronicities are no joke, group number 4. And the Tower with the High Priestess, with the Magician. Whew. If you ever like manufactured a tarot reading, this would be the one you would like try to give yourself. Of course I don't do that. You watch me shuffle and all that good stuff. But wow. It's like there's this energy about you where you might seem too good to be true a little bit. But it's because you're rooted in gratitude. It's because you show people. This is why they're proud of you. Because you've discovered and you show people the power of gratitude. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle can be significant as well. When you're grateful for anything and everything, it doesn't matter what's in front of you because you can be grateful for it. And that
that is the only superpower really that there is. I mean, I'm getting, you've balanced the very first message out. You're a clear channel. Second message out. You've balanced masculine, feminine, yin, yang. You've balanced them. You've polarized them. Third message out. Emperor, Empress, High Priestess, Hierophant, Lovers, Magician. You guys, your spirit team is proud of you because I'm hearing you finished the game. You finished the video game. You finished putting the puzzle together, but you built the whole puzzle. You took it apart again, and then you built it again. You trusted that what you were planting, maybe you didn't see what it was going to provide you with, but you knew it was a root vegetable. You knew that the root was what was going to give you sustenance. And you're seeing a bunch of apple trees everywhere, a bunch of fruit-bearing trees. You said, no, mine's a root vegetable. There's a difference. And there's something about that that's significant. Knowing that underneath it all, there is something beautiful, something intentional, something meant to be brought to the surface, but it has to be submerged first. They're proud of you for doing your shadow work and then re-emerging. They're proud of you for diving into your feminine and then into your masculine, for your masculine and then into your feminine. For some of you, you've experienced a lot of perhaps very personal journeys relating to your connection with others, connection with yourself, connection with source, divine, God, whatever you resonate with, connection with magic, with spirituality, with the animals. You have just dissected every single particle of your connections with everything. And your spirit guides are really proud of you for that, because it's shown you that everything exists within everything. And you're now able to see that, and you're able to see it when you look in the eyes of a bird. You're able to hear it when a car door closes. You're able to see it in, yes, the cards, but in your thumbprint. And you're able to draw it all back to gratitude, because you know what that center is. Even when you are braiding something and the central point changes, you still braid along that same line. Some of you have been through quite a lot. You've got some like battle wounds or scars that either you don't talk about or that you've healed or that make you who you are. And they're so proud of you for, like, I'm hearing wearing your stripes, like wearing your, they're showing me somebody like being bestowed like a tattoo, like a warrior's tattoo. Or being bestowed like a traditional, I don't know, like a necklace or a headpiece or a special paint or something. However this might resonate with, because it's an analogy, but this might have signs in it for you too. And I'm not going to minimize like what that could be for you. But some of you, you've earned, for lack of a better term, a badge or a tattoo, or I'm hearing an omen or a talisman or something. For some of you, you've grown into your name or have been bestowed a new one, and they're proud of you for this. Where you are on your spiritual journey, it's kind of a little bit of the world is your oyster, and it's also no man's land. And they're proud of you for making it this far. They're proud of you for rooting yourself in gratitude, in oneness, and beyond that. And they're proud of you for doing the best that you can in order to practice your basics. They're showing me even the most advanced like ballet dancer in the entire world. They still show up at the bar and they do their pliés every day. Even the most advanced meditation teacher, the most advanced mantra practitioner, they still chant Om. They still close their eyes and envision light, or look at the point between their eyebrows. They still do their chakra work. You go back to the basics because you know that that is your foundation. You know that the most advanced thing is just as easy as the beginner. And the most beginner thing is just as hard as the most advanced thing. It's relativity. That's why your spirit guides are proud of you, because you live outside of time and outside of space, the fourth dimension. You are fifth dimensional or higher. And you existing here is merely a formality at this point because of how much gratitude you have, how much gratitude you are. Your intuition is really being heightened. It's also being highlighted. And they're proud of you for the way that you approach, use, and practice your intuition. They're proud of you of the way that you allow yourself to keep a balanced approach outside of time and space, which is hard to do. And they're proud of you for always making the decision to ground spiritual energies that may have a reason that they weren't grounded before. And they're showing me, like in Shrek, all of the knights that went to go save the princess in the tower, and none of them made it. And then it was just like Shrek, who wasn't even like supposed to be the knight in shining armor, and he made it anyway, just because it was him. And so there's something here where you're able to access certain things, and you always do the right thing. You never take the easy way out, and they're proud of you for this as well. And this is even the case in your spiritual journey. When it comes to your intuition, you might receive messages that you're like, I don't love that, but you know that it's true, otherwise your intuition wouldn't be telling you. This group, there is absolutely no confusion as to what is intuition and what is the brain. In fact, I would be surprised if you were even separating the two at this point, but take it however it resonates. I'm getting that this group may have been through a lot. I'm hearing diagnoses, okay, so take that however it resonates. And you are okay now. You're fine now. You shine bright like the stars in the sky, like the sun now. And your spirit guides are proud of you for reaching this height, however that resonates, for coming as far as you have, for weaving together the braid of whatever you were making, and then making something out of that woven string. Taking that, like making a braid, and then putting them in a spiral, creating a rug, and then sewing that spiral together. And then making it so large and so beautiful that you can use it for something else. And then you use it for something else, and that helps you build on top of that. And there's just this foundational thing. You always go back to the root. You always go back to the root. And that root is gratitude. You're a clear and open channel. You are a very intentionally manifested piece of the universe. And your spirit guides are proud of you for living up to that, for owning up to that, for taking responsibility for that, and to acting accordingly. There's a lot that you have done, that you've completed, that you've learned, that you know that it would be a lot easier for you perhaps to keep to yourself, or it would be a lot, I'm hearing keep the peace, for you to keep some things to yourself, or to follow the status quo, or to make the decision to just create using your own information and knowledge and path, instead of dedicating yourself to learning more, to going deeper, to choosing to share, to choose to follow your intuition when it tells you, no, something needs to be changed and there's a reason why you have this information, instead of just using it for your own self-benefit, because it's you, because it's gratitude, because when you are in gratitude, when you act through gratitude, people have gratitude for you. The universe has gratitude back, and it's a mirror of gratitude being projected back, gratitude. And that's who you are, that's what you do, and that's why your spirit guides are so proud of you, because of course you had to walk a journey to get there. Your spirit guides are proud of you because you don't misuse something, okay? Maybe you're phenomenal at manifesting, maybe you're very good at maybe like craft, maybe you're phenomenal at divination, and you don't misuse it. Some of you may have taken like a code, or like maybe you've taken an oath to like uphold certain morals and values or virtues or something. There's something here where you don't misuse something. With great power comes great responsibility, and you've learned when it's time to be responsible, and you've learned when it's time to hold on, have faith, and let yourself float to the top so that you can breathe again. And because of this, you're given great power and the information and knowledge that comes along with it. I'm hearing with great knowledge comes great power. With great power comes great responsibility. But you've woven all of those things together, and you've created an unbreakable thread. And you've built a foundation on top of it. But it's that root that root that matters. It's unshakable because it's built out of gold. It's built out of gratitude. Okay, why are your spirit team proud of you? Space element. Hey. Love that. You have the space element here, Akash, coming out saying hi to you. Something about your comfortability with the pace that you're going at is coming out very strongly. Your ability to have space, your ability not to rush things, your ability to know that if something's meant for you, it's going to stay. And if it's not, it won't. And that it's not your place to force or press anything. It's kind of connecting with the, like, you don't misuse something energy. It's also coming with that, we have the Hierophant, the High Priestess, the Emperor, the Empress. That came out twice. So this can be with your connections with others. When they want to be there, they're there. When they're not, they're not. And that is, it's relative. It's all relative. Because regardless of who it is, we all experience the same. Sometimes we'll have like the same person, different body. You know, we'll experience that till we learn the lesson. But it's the same universe, different manifestation. And it doesn't matter if you're looking at a leaf or a tarot card or me or you or a crystal or a rock or a bug. And there's kind of this gratitude for whatever's in front of your face because you already know what it is. So we have the space element. So they're proud of you for that. They're proud of you for incarnating here, growing, learning that lesson, embodying that, and then still being like, I'm hearing like at a ripe young age, supple joints, ready to go, still only getting started. And they can't wait to see what you do. And they're saying you can use some of your magic on yourself. It's okay. Because you're trusted with it. There's this energy here of knowing so much that you don't speak, or of being able to do so much that you don't. Being so powerful that you don't use it. It's energy here. There are a lot of people I'm getting that would literally, I was going to say something I don't want to say, but that would do bad things to have what you have or to be able to do what you do. And that's why you kind of keep something under wraps. We have change of perspective. Oh, with ask for help coming out. It was like going to come out and it was like, psych. See, it even fell face down here. Your spirit guides are proud of you because you can do anything on your own. Because you're aware that you're never alone, but you're always alone. Because when you're in unity consciousness, when you're in higher vibrational energies like that, the only thing you'll ever get help from is yourself, even if it's from another person. But when you're in this human body manifest, the same is true but the opposite. You are always alone. You're never alone. Anything you can get help from is you. But you're everywhere. You're never alone. And sometimes it has a different personality. Sometimes it has a different face. Sometimes it's a rock. And sometimes it's a plant. You know, it's all just a formality. And they're proud of you. Finder of lost things. There's something about you. Maybe you really like special things, or you create something really special, removal of obstacles. Something's going to go really well for you. And they did mention a surprise. They don't want me to spoil. But there's something here. Maybe you really, really like rare things. Maybe you really, really like to find arcane or occult or ancient or lost things. Maybe you love ancient cultures and civilizations. Maybe you love the rare crystals that are hard to find. Maybe you love those oddball people and they're just your favorites. Maybe, just maybe, you have some gifts, skills, and abilities that you feel could hinder somebody that wasn't you, and that's why they were given to you. Maybe you feel as though you're meant to create something beautiful with all these gifts that you have. Your spirit guides are proud of you because you've collected all of the things that you need to be successful in your journey. You continued and succeeded at what it is that you're doing. And instead of asking for help, you changed your perspective. And that gave you the help that you needed and gave you further clarity. And I just realized I'm holding onto my Lemurian quartz necklace here. So that can be significant for you. Your spirit guides are really, really proud of you because you know when to move, you know when to stay. You know that everything is your home without getting overly comfortable. You know that space and earth are the same thing from a higher perspective, and that when you zoom in to both of those very polarizing opposite energies, you can be comfortable in each one and balance them out. This is kind of the energy of a group that is just as comfortable building something with their hands as they are doing a journeying meditation floating out into the ether. because everything in between, all of the chakras, they're all clear and balanced. They're all attuned. It's open. You are letting the universe work through you, and you're coming back into that version of you that gets to create, that gets to practice the magic instead of just let it work through them. And you're stepping into this new chapter that's going to be really, really beautiful for you. And your spirit guides are proud of you for making it this far, for working really hard to see everything that you possibly can unfold from the freshest perspective possible, to see everything from the highest and grounded perspective, to remove obstacles from your path and from the path of others. And there's, again, this energy coming back around about you sharing some of your spirit guides with some of your loved ones or some people that you know, and acting on their behalf when they're not able to get through to that person. You are there for them. Maybe this is conscious for some of you, maybe it's not for others of you, but you're certainly a walking spirit guide. And I'm getting that you might wear that badge very proudly if you're aware of it. And they're showing me again somebody getting like their face painted in like a sacred and traditional way, or getting like a tattoo, like a sacred tattoo, like being bestowed something honorable, like a name or a tattoo or a paint. You understand what I'm saying? Or a gift or something, like being bestowed something. They're proud of you for earning something. And you're about to see what's on the other side of that. You're about to see all of what that brings. And that is very smoothly and synchronistically bridging into Cherish's reading over at Venusian Soul Tarot, blessings that your spirit guides have on their way for you. So go check that out. Group number 4, I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation. This is why your spirit guides are proud of you, and I don't blame them. I'm proud of you too. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this message, if it resonated with you, or if you want to support me just a little bit. I appreciate the energy exchange. It helps me keep doing what I love and helps other people find their messages. And yeah, I will see you next time. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. You beautiful soul. I love you, and keep being you because you're awesome, and I appreciate you for existing. All right, I will see you in my next reading, and I'll see you in Cherish's reading over on her channel, linked in the description box. Namaste.